Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are San Diego.
Last night, high and deep to center field.
Will Myers
fan still going back to the wall. Touch them all.
And that is a record in a single season at Petco Park. The 18th home run hit here by Will Myers on the way to a 7-2 victory over the San Francisco Giants as we welcome you Saturday night. Baseball night in San Diego with Mark Grant, Dick Enberg, third game of the 4-game series. The Padres have won 7 of the last 8 against the Giants.
Yeah, they're playing against a team that has zero offense right now and trying to find that wild card spot. But there's one guy that's always on the hill for the Gigantes that is very, very tough. But the Padres have had his number a couple times this year.
Yeah, he beat the Padres the first 2 decisions. The Padres have beaten him the last 2.
We're talking about Madison Bumgarner, and you see his progression through his career, Dick. I mean, this is one guy, every time he takes the ball, you know what you're going to get. He's a horse. He's going to give you over 200 innings every year.
18 wins, 14 this year. The ERA well under 3. He's a strikeout master.
And here's what you were just talking about. The last 2 starts versus the Padres, 4.97, but the previous 2 before that, he's really dialed in. Here's what I saw. The Padre hitters attacking Madison Bumgarner's fastball early if they get it. Because if he gets ahead, he can bury that slider down and in. And sometimes he misses. He gets a little side to side on his delivery. His pitches flatten out, and I think that's why the Padre hitters really capitalize off of Madison Bumgarner.
But don't stare at him. You know, Mad Bum can get really ornery now.
Don't
Be
look
careful.
at him.
Don't look at him. Well, how about the home runs for the Padres this year? They're on a record pace.
Well, hopefully the home run is a big story for San Diego tonight, because in a single season, 1970, 2007. This is a bet I would have lost. 76 home runs at Petco Park, the most all time. Well, good things come in small packages. We saw Ryan Schiff. We've seen Alex Dickerson hit the home run. We've seen Will Myers. So the home run is a big story for the San Diego Padre team this year at Petco Park.
And only 3 away from their all-time season record. Well, back from a very difficult week and a half, he lost his wife, Juliet. She was buried earlier this week. Yan Solarte is back with his Padre family. And our heart is with the third baseman. He's in uniform tonight.
Welcome back, everyone. It has been 1 week since Yan Solarte lost his wife, Juliet, after a long-fought battle with cancer. He was greeted with hugs and words of encouragement by his teammates. And as he told me before the game, it was really those personal relationships he has forged with the members of this staff and of this team that have gotten him through such trying times.
I don't really have any words enough words to thank the organization for what they've done. You know, I'm really grateful, really thankful for everything they've done. The owners, the support from everyone, the support that I saw everywhere. And when I saw Paul, when I saw Mike, when I saw some of the guys, excuse me, at the services down in Miami, I was really surprised. You know, I think Julie, I think my wife would have liked to see that, and I think she's happy. You know, in the sky, looking down and knowing that happened.
His late wife was so supportive in his playing of this game and urged him to continue playing, and he said that's what got him through. He is here available off the bench. Andy Green saying that he will get the opportunity to be an everyday player for the remainder of the season. Coming up, the Padres facing off against the Giants. The home run record, a franchise record for the Padres, is in reach. Stay tuned.
Carlos Asuaje, a ringing double to right. Save that baseball.
Will Myers stays on it perfectly. It's got that sound. That kid is some kind of strong.
Pence takes the long walk. Padres take game 2 of the series. And here we go. Game 3 of the 4-game weekend set with the San Francisco Giants. And the Giants against Jared Cosard get ready to swing the bat, and here's their lineup brought to you by Hyundai. Denard Span in center field will lead it off. Brandon Belt elevated by Bruce Bochy into the number 2 spot ahead of Buster Posey. Hunter Pence hits cleanup. Eduardo Nunez in the 5th hole. Then Joe Panik. Angel Pagan drops from number 2 down to number 7. Aher Adrianza, the shortstop for Brandon Crawford, hits 8th. And watch out for Madison Bumgarner, one of the better hitting pitchers in baseball. He has 3 home runs this year.
And right-hander Jared Cosard is making his 13th start of the season. Still looking for that first win as a Padre. He's got the cutter to both sides of the plate, works very effectively. The sinker, and I think the curveball is a very nice pitch from the right-hander as well.
Denard pans. Span settles in. Cosard gets his sign from Derek Norris, and on this beautiful Saturday night, we're underway, and the pitch is outside ball 1. Cosart 26 from Cedar Creek, Texas on a 84-degree Saturday evening. Pleased you've joined us. Padres have won 7 of the last 8 against the Giants with their 7-2 win last night. Cosart looking for his first victory as a Padre. He's lost his last 3 starts, going 4 1/3, 3 1/3, and 3 2/3 innings. So distance has been a problem for Cosart, and at Colorado gave up 5 runs in the 4th inning. That was last weekend. 2-0. That's a strike. Marty Foster calling the balls and strikes tonight. Clint Fagan at first, Mike Machlinski at second, and crew chief Mike Winter at third.
Now, Jared is not a strikeout pitcher. He's not going to have a strikeout per innings pitch, so he needs some early contact to go deep into the game. Quick outs.
2-2. Got a call there.
Well, pretty basic. He's just got that little side saddle step, and then he, not really a long strider, a short strider, and it enables him to get up on top and get a good downward plane. If he stays behind that cut fastball, should get some good results with that pitch.
Ground ball to first, 2 hops to Myers. The rest is easy, 1 away. Padres defense brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. It's Hunter Renfroe, the rookie in right field, with another rookie, Manny Margot, in center. The veteran John Jay will patrol left field tonight. Rosales Sardinas on the infield left side. Asuaje at second. You just saw Myers make the unassisted put out at first. Derek Norris behind the plate for Jared Cosart. Brandon Belt, the hitter. Belt walked a couple of times last night. He's just a couple of free tickets away from 100 walks this year. That's right now 4th best in the National League. So his on base percentage is way up there, 389. That's 7th in the National League.
Yeah, if you're up above 300, that's good. If you're around 333, that's where you exactly want to be. But for Brandon Belt, that's great numbers for the first baseman.
389. Very selective. Immediately he has the count in his favor, 2-0.
And hits the ball in the air to left field, and they are swung around that way. The Padres in the outfield. And Dick, look, he's getting that outside corner.
That's a wide strike zone so far for Marty Foster.
And you see the defense there going the opposite way in the outfield against Brandon Belt, and pull on the infield.
Shift on only Rosales on the left side for the Padres. They've used Sardinas over on the second base side. And 3-1. Buster Posey on deck. .16 home runs for Brandon Belt, leads the Giants, as we mentioned last night. That's the lowest number of home runs for any major league team. The top home run hitter, only 16. Of course, the Padres, it's Will Myers with 28. And he walks again. 99 times he can jog to first base this year. That'll bring up Buster Posey. Posey 3 hits shy of 1,000 major league base hits. 1 hit last night, and it was a big one. It knocked in the 2 Giants runs, a double off the left field wall.
Yeah, overall the Padre pitching staff pitching very, very well. Down and away, sliders down and away. That double he hit, he really got on top of a high pitch. That was in the 5th inning.
1 for 7 in the series. Now there's a better pitch, and he doesn't get the strike. It's going to be an interesting night with umpire Foster. Infield set for 2.
And Buster Posey leads the Giants in grounding into double plays this year with 17.
He doesn't strike out much.
No.
He's fourth toughest to fan in the National League. Toughest is Joe Panik, his teammate. Can't find that fastball at 95.
Wow, a little sneaky fuzz right there from Cozart. Very nice. That looked free and easy. 95.
It looked what?
Free and easy.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
As Andy Ashby, the former Friar right-hander, would say.
Hunter Pence. It's cleanup.
Where are all those pitches, Dick? Down and away to Buster Posey. That's how they went after him last night.
They'll go to right field. Way outside. 95. That fastball running away from the plate.
Yeah, he'll cut that fastball a lot. Jared will.
Tough year for manager Bochy. Wow. Team that had the best record in the National League before the break and has the worst record after. How does that happen?
It is a conundrum.
2 balls, 2 strikes. There he goes to right field. Solid single for Posey. 998 major league hits. First and second with 1 out in the opening inning.
If Buster Posey is going to get a hit, and if you want him to take a swing to get on base, I think this is the avenue you really want to go. You don't want him having that big swing. You know, you'll give him the single to the opposite field. You just want to avoid that big swing to where you can split a gap or hit one out of the ballpark on you. Still double play in order right here.
Hunter Pence with the best average of any Giant, 291. And time called as Norris goes out to chat with his right-hander.
Just want to be on the same page with that runner on second base. Series of signs. Don't want to get crossed up.
That's a good looking breaking ball.
Yeah, curveball for strike 1. Very nice.
Yeah, it'll make you jelly kneed.
Kind of buckled a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah.
Pence. I mean, you look at Pence, he's geared for the fastball. Like a lot of these hitters.
So here's the problem with Bruce Bochy's defense, or offense rather. Runners in scoring position. Last 7 games, they've had 46 men in scoring position. That's an average of almost 7 a game. And they've only got 6 hits with 46 men running in scoring position.
That's not going to win you a lot of ball games.
So here they have early on. They've got a man out there at second. Just a little low. 2-1. So 20 pitches coming up here in the opening frame.
And this is where, if you're the Padres and Jared Cozart, you know, you get that double play ball, that'll really kick the Giants in the gut and continue that stretch to where they can't succeed in this position.
But he falls behind Pence 3-1.
Well, we all know dangerous count here. You got to spot the fastball. Infielders diving, getting dirty on a ball in the hole.
He walked him and the bases are loaded. Walk, single, walk. Belt, Posey, and Pence aboard for Eduardo Nunez. And it's time to take a look at the standings, brought to you by UC San Diego Health for the National League wild card race. The New York Mets in the top spot. The Giants and St. Louis currently are tied for the second. It's going to be interesting right to the wire. Giants are going to finish the season at home 3 against Colorado and 3 against the Dodgers to close out the year.
Well, Alex Reyes really pitched well. 5 solid innings for the Cardinals in Chicago for the Redbird victory. So they are still in it. That's going to be close. It's going to go down the wire. It's unbelievable, Dick. The Cardinals, bad record at home this year.
Yes, that is.
They're killing it on the road, but at home for St. Louis, this year 33-41.
It's just so uncharacteristic.
It really is.
Nunez, he's a home run hitter, has 4 with the Giants, but earlier in the American League had 12, so a total of 16 on the season. Bases loaded, 1 out. Ball 1. Breaking ball didn't. So Cosart struggling early. Belt, Posey, Pence aboard. Two 2-0. Next up is Joe Panik. That's a strike. Just did nibble the corner high.
Well, does that change the whole at bat right there? Rather than 3-0, now 2-1. Puts Cosart in a better position.
From the dugout, the Giants thought that was high. Of course, overacted by Nunez. Ground ball to third, could be 2. No, you're going to go to the plate for 1-4, so get the single out. And the slide by Belt takes the legs out from Derek Norris. Now, if that slide had happened at second base, they might be calling that a double play. So they get the force. It was hit too high on the kangaroo bounce, so no chance to go around the horn for 2.
Adam Rosales still has the throwing lane there. You know what? He kind of went for his foot a little bit there.
He sure did.
I mean, come on. Derek Norris is definitely given a lane. He's stretching like a first baseman. Okay, now his foot starts to come off, and Belt goes right for it.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think that's. I don't think that's right.
So he can go outside. He doesn't. He goes inside. He goes right at the leg.
Exactly right, Dick.
So the Padres will settle for the 1 out, keep the Giants off the board. 2 out spaces loaded for Joe Panik. Hitting .241 with 11 homers now. 10. Ball 1. Long first inning for Jared Cosart. 26 pitches now. If he can struggle out of this tightrope act and get back on his feet, get out of the inning, keep the Giants scoreless, that would be a good sign.
Yeah, that's why it's so tough to go 6 or 7. When the workload in the first inning is up around 30.
One and 1. Panik was in a terrible slump going into last night's game. He was 2 for the last 34. He had a double in 3 trips. Foul past third, and Cosart now ahead of a hitter, 1-2.
Panik late on the 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Cosart. He's touched 95 and anywhere from 92 to 95 on that fastball.
Posey at third, Pence at second, Nunez at first base. And the 1-2 pitch. Inside. And that's going to take him to 30 tosses here in the opening inning. There it is. It finally caught up with Cosart. Line drive to center. Margot cuts it off, and his throw to the plate cut off. 2-0 Giants. Posey and Pence check in on a solid single from Joe Panik. His 59th and 60th RBIs this year.
Well, it seemed like early on Jared Cosart was catching the corners and just missing, still falling behind, but that one just catches too much of the plate, and Joe Panik sends it right back up the middle. 2 outs, crack of the bat, and the Giants are off and running.
Well, we got a lot of noisy Giants fans here tonight, don't we? And Panik gave him a chance to yell. 2-run, 2-out single. Here's Angel Pagan with runners at first and second, and he has another base hit. Drops that one into right center field. Coming in from second is Nunez. It's 3-0. Pagan with his 51st run batted in.
Middle away to Panik, middle in to Pagan. Now it's a case of Jared just catching too much of the plate.
So those 2 walks become runs here in the first inning, and the 8th man to bat, Adrian Anza, and Jose Dominguez gets ready here in the first inning. Panik now at second, Pagan at first. Padres got 3 in the first last night on Will Myers' 3-run shot. Giants start that way here on Saturday night. Left field, coming fast is Jay, and he makes the catch. Tough chance, and Jay able to glove it just off the grass top. And that saves further problems. There's the out, there's the score. 3-0 Giants. Presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Volkswagen Kearney Mesa, awarded best in San Diego County for service and sales. Experience the exceptional at Volkswagen Kearney Mesa. And by Petco, where the healthy pets go. And by Kaiser Permanente. Thrive. Couple of walks and 3 singles, and the Giants jump in front 3-0. Here's the Padres lineup tonight, brought to you by Toyota. Manny Margot up from El Paso leads it off. John Jay hits second, then Will Myers. Hunter Renfroe, another Chihuahua star, bats cleanup in front of Adam Rosales. Then it's Luis Sardinas, Derek Norris, Carlos Asuaje, and then Jared Cosart, the pitcher.
Yeah, left-hander Madison Bumgarner seeking his 100th career win on the mound. He's got a 3-run pad after that top of the first. Hey, he's a strike thrower. And we've seen him many, many times. He expands the zone with 2 strikes. He's got the slider. He's got the fastball. He's not overpowering. Maybe 92-ish averaging. But he'll come right after you.
An ERA of only 2.5, and he's got a 3-run lead. That doesn't bode well for the Padres, who will have to scramble against a very tough all-star pitcher. And these youngsters are going to see something that's going to be a new experience for them. A pitcher of the caliber of Bumgarner. Margot has had 4 major league at-bats, looking for his first big league hit.
Well, the last 7 starts for Bumgarner, he's going to have to make an adjustment because he's got an ERA of almost 4.5, record of 3-2. So hopefully the Padres can get back on the board, at least get 1 this inning.
First pitch strike to Margot, just 21 years of age, acquired in the trade with the Boston Red Sox for Craig Kimbrell. 1-1. This year, Bumgarner's had much better success at AT&T. He's 8-4 there. On the road, 6-5. Two balls and a strike to Margot. On the year, 33rd start, 14-9. Actually, that's confusing when you see that ERA 2.57. He has not received a lot of hitting support, but so far tonight he has. Ground ball foul, Margot.
Yeah, that's been the kryptonite for this Giants team. Every starter not getting a lot of love, as Keith Hessler, the left-hander, is warming up in the bullpen for San Diego. But Bumgarner is one of those guys who's going to give you 200 innings each and every year. You know what to expect every 5th day.
And Hessler throwing seriously. It may be that Cosart, after that first inning, came into the dugout and isn't 100%. Almost went after it, Margot, and the count is full.
Well, if the Padre hitters tonight can work the count into a hitter's count against Bumgarner, look for the fastball and try to take him the other way, not maybe pull him so much if he pitches him away. You can get some multiple base runners and come up with a big hit, hopefully.
Ground ball left side, deep at shortstop is Adrianza. He can't make the play. In his haste to get the speedy Margot, no play at all, and the Padres have the leadoff man on. That was going to be very tight if he does field it cleanly. On the exchange, unable to make the throw. Let's see if they call it hit or error. It's ruled an error. So Margot still looking for his first major league hit.
Well, this would have really been something to see the arm of Adrianza against the speed of Manuel Margot. Makeable play, yes, no doubt.
John Jay playing left field tonight. Takes a strike. He's had considerable success against Bumgarner at a .423 pace in their head-to-head. 11 hits, 26 at-bats. Padres leading hitter at .289 on the season. Fouled off Posey. Why did I volunteer for this job with a mask and a chest protector? First base is so much more fun.
Where does this one find him? Off the wrist, huh? Off the glove side wrist.
See him wince. So Bumgarner, 2-strike advantage here on Jay. Just a little high. Will Myers to follow here in the Padre first inning. They're going to be playing catch up for a while after the 3-run first for the Giants. Hessler continues to throw seriously out in the Padre bullpen. Got him. One away. A look at the Giants defense, brought to you by Ford of Escondido. In the outfield, Hunter Pence in right field with Span in center, Pagan the left fielder. At the corners, Nunez at third, Belt over at first, Adrianza at shortstop, and Joe Panic with that 2-run single. He's at second base. Buster Posey behind the plate for Madison Bumgarner.
Second fewest errors for the Giants, 71. Washington leads in that category with only 68 miscues.
Yeah, so the error by Adrianza certainly not the way they've played on the defensive side all year. There's a strike. By the way, the punch out of Jay gives Bumgarner 242 strikeouts. The record in the history of the Giants franchise over 100 years is just 3 away for a left-handed pitcher. Out of play. You have to go back to 1898. Cy Seymour. I remember old Cy. He struck out 244 in 1898.
What did he throw, an outshoot, inshoot?
Inshoot and outshoot, yeah. And he'd pull a string, you know.
Oh, yeah. Did he?
Because the seams were, and the strings were a little loose then, you could really pull like a yo-yo.
Did he wet it up a little bit?
That was allowed. You could slobber on it. So Bumgarner only 2 away from the all-time lefty record. First inning success for Wil Myers last night, his 28th home run. And that gave the Padres a 3-0 lead. 91 runs batted in now for Wil. One and two. Posey with that bluff throw to first base. Looks as if that sign from Andy Green was that no steal right here. Just hold him there for a moment. Ground ball pulled toward the hole. There's one back to first. Not in time. Myers able to beat the relay. Close play at first. Margot erased. 5-4. Myers safe on the fielder's choice.
No, Bumgarner making a good pitch down and away. Boy, for the swing that Wil Myers took, that was a pretty firm ground ball. And how close was it? Foot is on the bag right now and clearly safe.
Hunter Renfroe in his debut 2 nights ago, a couple of singles. Well, that pressure is off. 30 home runs at El Paso. Half swing. Let's check our keys to the game tonight. Brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Oh, my favorite part of the night. Bum out bum. Plain and simple. Get him on the ropes. Hopefully get back a 3-0 deficit and quality for Costart. Boy, a lot going on there. A lot of pitches first inning. We've seen action in the Padres bullpen. Stay tuned. ...
1 strike to Renfroe. Bumgarner paying another visit over to first base. Myers 26 stolen bases this year. A ball and a strike to Renfroe. Carlos Asuaje there with Eddie Rodriguez. He's coaching him up. And 1-2.
Oh, he took some off that one. 86. Ooh, it looked like a cut fastball. Pitch prior to that one was a 91-mile-an-hour straight fastball. So this one out of the hand, see, it got that little rotation, little cut late, and perfectly placed, like Bumgarner will do with that pitch down and in.
Runner goes, and they got him picked off. The throw to second base is not in time. Myers comes up with a steal, his 27th. No hesitation. He was going all the way. Bumgarner's throw to Belt, and Belt fired to the shortstop Adrianza, but too late.
And when you commit like that, you put pressure on the first baseman to make that good quality throw. And I think the chances are greater you're safe. Get caught in a pickle, not so much. The throw is on the third base side. Now he's got to reach all the way around, and Will Myers safely into second base.
Long arms of Myers paying off for his 27th steal. See if Renfroe can bring him home. A ball, 2 strikes to Renfroe. High fly ball off first. That'll be back for a souvenir. Saturday night, baseball night in San Diego. The Giants and Padres, and after the game, a fireworks display, all on Hispanic Heritage Weekend. Breaking ball down at the feet, 2-2. So a long inning for Bumgarner. He's gone 20 pitches here in the opening frame. 33 for Cozart. Checks a swing, ball low.
Good take.
So a full count. Myers at second, 2 outs. Let's take time for the top tier player profile, brought to you by Arco. Hunter Renfroe, our subject. His Chihuahua numbers: 30 homers, 105 RBIs, up in the top of most every offensive category down in El Paso.
I'll tell you what, that's got AAA Player of the Year numbers written all over it, doesn't it?
It does, and that's exactly what he was. 3-2 now, the count. Pulled foul past third. Ninth pitch of this at bat coming up. As young Renfroe battling the 4-time All-Star, 4 consecutive years, the All-Star Madison Bumgarner.
Well, he's thrown a couple cut fastballs, 3-2. Hunter has fouled them off.
High fly ball, center field. Span coasts under it. And that's it for the Padres. 1 in the books, 3-0 San Francisco.
Obviously, I've been imagining getting hit. I didn't think a double though, but yeah, it was awesome. You know, a great experience, and you know, it was kind of a relief, really. I try to keep my wits about me as best I could. I didn't want to seem like you know, all giddy and all that stuff in front of the guys. They already messed with me enough, so you know, I didn't want to you know, look too happy. But man, inside it was really good.
Well, that's the PCL Rookie of the Year, Carlos Asuaje, on his first Major League hit. But here's a little fun fact for you guys. That was not his first 2-hit game here at Petco. Back in July, when he played in the All-Star Futures game with Hunter Renfroe and Manuel Margot, he also went 2 for 2. So no stranger to that.
All right, thank you, Julie. Here we go, second inning. Madison Bumgarner against Keith Hessler, who has just come into the game. So Cozart manages only 1 inning. And he gets the hook as he gives up 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts. And the pitching change brought to you by El Cajon Ford.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a bullpen night. 15th game combined, Arizona and San Diego for Keith Hessler. We'll have to wait and see if we hear anything out of the clubhouse regarding Jared Cozart, whether it was performance-based or physical. Remember, he has been dealing with a blister situation. I'm not saying that is the situation, but we'll have to stay tuned to that one.
And Bumgarner sails that one deep down the right field line, slicing into the crowd. Bumgarner, the Silver Slugger winner, the best hitting pitcher in the National League each of the last 2 years. This year he has 12 hits, 3 home runs, knocked in 7. He doesn't take many short swings. He goes for it. 2-2. Span, the leadoff hitter, and then Belt to follow. Just missed. Full count. Span grounded out his first time.
I was glad to see Keith Hessler get that first win against the Diamondbacks back on Tuesday. That was nice for Keith. Big league win.
Deep in the left center field. That's in the gap. All the way to the wall. And Bumgarner can cruise into second base with a stand-up double. Oh, he's strong. His 4th double of the season.
Oh, he went down and got it too. A full count. It's like he went down and got a fastball. And the big left-hander is getting extended there. Ball jumped off his bat.
So top of the order, it's Span. And the Giants have a chance to add on early with a 3-0 lead. Ball 1. Well, Cozart's problem was he only got ahead of a hitter 1 time in that first inning. Then the walk to Velt, the single Posey, the walk to Pence to load him up. And he got the fielder's choice at home plate on Nunez ball, close to getting out of the inning, and then Panic a 2-run single, and Pagan knocked in another with a single. Beautiful panoramic view of Petco Park. Slicing into Souvenir Corner.
Oh, no, that's a poster right there. Tickets, go Giants. I did it. Every Bumgarner start, 33 starts, 33 stops.
He's followed him all around America.
That's pretty cool.
Get a life. Hey, you watch some games on TV. You're killing our ratings.
You know, maybe he doesn't have to have a life. Maybe his bank account is full.
Yeah, maybe he's the banker. That one also in the same spot. That's the place to be if you want to get Major League Baseball. Okay, you've done a terrific job.
Hashtag Snot Rocket Tour. I love it. King of the Snot Rockets. There he is.
Slap foul. Wearing out the bag of new baseballs, the Giants, with all these foul balls. All of them going seemingly to fans that are here rooting for the Giants.
Guy just came from the wrestling mats, had the singlet on. Missing his headgear. That guy will go Roman Greco on you.
2-2.
Did you ever wrestle, Professor?
A grappler. You'd been a good grappler.
No, not a grappler guy.
I grappled with balancing my bank account. That was a tough one. High pop up back a second. That's causing a triangle of Padres, and it's Margot in from center field to make the catch as we go to Julie.
Hey guys, well, a quick note on Keith Hessler. Earlier today, I had a chance to speak with the Madres organization. There's some super fans who follow the Padres, and I had a chance to speak, and then Keith Hessler came and he signed some autographs and took some questions from the fans, and I myself learned something new about him. Somebody asked him if he had any pregame regimen or superstitions, and he said, I always have to have two bags of fruit snacks before every single game, and then he has a Red Bull when he's warming up in the pen. And he said the other day they ran out of fruit snacks and he had to send one of the clubbies out to get them. He said, I can't go into the game without having the fruit snacks.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, everybody has their own superstition. You got to have your fruit snacks. You're not in the right frame of mind. Keith Hessler has been doing it for a long time. You got to get things straight, get things right.
Brandon Belt, the hitter, and he belts one to left field deep into the corner. Tough play for Jay, running out of room in that corner, but makes the catch at the edge of the track for the second out.
Julie, your first time with the Madres?
First time.
What did you think?
Oh, they were so lovely.
Aren't they great?
They were amazing. What an amazing, amazing group of women and a couple of men as well.
Yeah, they love their fryers.
They do. They do. And they said something interesting. One of the women got up to speak, and she said, you know, as a player, for the players, and the players come to speak, she said, I just want you to know, and she said this to Keith, we will root for you no matter what because we feel like we know you. We feel like we've had a chance to get to know you, and so no matter what, win or lose, good outing, bad outing, we will root for you. We are behind you 100%.
Well, they're the ultimate group of loyal fans.
Love them dearly.
Have been for so many years. That's a great organization. So Posey up, single to right field his first time. And now it's just 2 hits away from that magical 1,000 hit mark.
Well, now that the lefty Hessler is out there, see if bury a fastball into Posey. Quickly hit 0-2.
Waste the pitch inside, 1-2.
Jose Dominguez up for the Padres. Mentioned it earlier with the exit of Jared Cosart. Everybody in the bullpen on alert tonight.
Ground ball sharply to third, cradled by Rosales, and he fires across for the out. Bottom of the second we go, 3-0 Giants. Sports Game Break. American League. Frankie Rodriguez to Eric Hosmer. 9th inning, 2 outs, and Hosmer with a home run as the Tigers allow 6 runs in the last inning and lose it 7-4. 5 runs, actually. They had a 4-2 lead and couldn't close out against Kansas City. Tigers had won 5 in a row, and that knocks them down in the American League wild card race to 3rd position. Every defeat is costly at this stage for those battling for a wild card playoff spot. Adam Rosales, .230 his average, 11 home runs on the year. Against Bumgarner, he has a home run, 4 for 16 overall.
Don't look at me. Greatest of all time, Yasiel Puig. And you mad?
He comes to the mound mad. Part of his MO.
Yeah, that's got some legs, doesn't it? That whole situation.
Fouled off the foot of Rosales. Here's what that fan is talking about. A chopper to Bumgarner. He throws him out at first and then stares him down, and Puig must have stared back, and he didn't like that, and here's what happens. Bumgarner really seemed to be the instigator in that situation. And he was against Will Myers as well in an earlier game with the Padres. Look at the t-shirts. Don't look at me. Hashtag don't look at me in the Dodger clubhouse. You know, to have good theater, good drama, you need a villain.
Sure.
You know, you look at wrestling. I mean, they've created a tremendous fan base. You know, one guy's a good guy and one guy's the villain. You get to root against the bad guy. And Madison Bumgarner, in many ways, is fulfilling that role. I mean, he's a great pitcher to cheer when he's on your side. When he's not and pulls those shenanigans, you can consider him in the V category, not victory, but villain.
Yeah, and you want to get to him.
Second strikeout for Mad Bum.
A good pitch down and in to Adam Rosales. Watch the glove of Buster Posey, and right at the knees there on the inside corner.
All that being said, everyone says he's a terrific teammate and great guy. He loves nothing more than to be back in Hickory, North Carolina, or Hudson, North Carolina, riding and roping horses, raising horses. First one, swing and a miss. Sardinius is 3 for 6 against Bumgarner. Grew up in a log cabin, did Bumgarner, built by his father. Jumps ahead, 2 strikes to Sardinius. And with that strike hit now, only 1 behind the all-time strikeout total for a left-hander in Giants franchise history. Well over a century. And more importantly to him, get that 100th victory. He's 1 away. At 27 years and a couple of months, they're the earliest to 100 wins in Major League history. Rapid Robert, Bob Feller leads the list.
That's unbelievable. Dwight Gooden, but Bob Feller really sticks out.
My old partner Don Drysdale, he got 100 in a hurry. Came up to the big leagues at 19.
He pitched in Brooklyn, right?
He did indeed.
Before they moved out west.
And he shared with me a very precious moment as he came into that clubhouse at Ebbets Field with that list. I mean, the whole clubhouse practically with potential Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Fouled again. There's Roy Campanella and Duke Snyder, Gil Hodges, and that great team. And Drysdale said as he came to the big leagues the first time and was about to pitch his first game, and then the game's over. I don't know if he won or lost, probably won. And Reese, or one of the Dodgers, came to him and says, you hurry in and out of the clubhouse, you hurry in and out of the game. Stay here with us after the game's over.
Nice.
We're going to talk some baseball.
Build a little camaraderie.
You bet.
Very nice.
It's a nice message, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Instead of just scattering to the wind after the game's over, the quick shower and out of there. Well hit by Sardinhas. That'll chase Pagan back, and he backpedals to the track and makes the catch. 2 away as we check tonight's cold hard facts, brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. Madison Bumgarner, the cold hard fact on him, he's never lost more than 2 games to any opponent in a season in his career. 2 losses against the Padres this year. That's amazing. He's really going for 100. He's never lost more than 2 to any opposing team in his career. That's a great nugget. Well, wouldn't that be nice if the Padres could rally here and change that cold hard fact? But don't look at him. Sails that one off speed outside to Derek Norris. He's 10 for 36 against Bumgarner with a home run. Tough year for Norris with the bat. Land with all the foul tips.
Yeah, getting beat up big time.
92 strike. He's got to lead the league, Norris, in line drive outs. Slow curveball hit well to center field. Span running, and makes the catch on the full gallop. Well hit by Sardinhas and Norris, but both for long outs as the Padres go in order in the second. Span with a great break on the ball, had it all the way. We go to the third.
It's top of the third, and I got a question for you, Professor. How
All
are
right.
the Aztecs preparing for next Saturday's game against South Alabama?
Well, I would go to, we've got a show that'll give us all that information, don't we?
You're absolutely right. Coach Long tells how on this week's Aztec football with Rocky Long.
There you go.
Thursday after Padres Live right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
Hey, that's not an easy game. They beat the Aztecs last year here in San Diego. They're a good team. South Alabama to challenge the Aztecs' unbeaten start. Hunter Pence leads off the third and whacks that one foul. Pence, Nunez, and Panic in the top of the third. Hunter Pence
Eats waffles on the beach. Hashtag San Diego.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, in my single days, those Eggos, you know, those waffles, you know.
Easy breakfast.
Oh, man, I was quite a cook then. I put maple syrup on and everything. Kids loved it. Yeah, lots of maple syrup.
Just plug it in and pull the thing down,
gotta
right?
push the handle down. You hear that click, and then you pick it up.
You're good to go.
Yeah. That and pot roast. What do they call those things? Those
chicken pot pies?
No, the pots. You know, you would put vegetables and stuff
Crock
in there.
pot.
Crock pot. Yeah. Oh, that was a savior right there. Hessler on the mound, and there's a sharp shot off the glove of Rosales, backed up by Sardinas, but Pence has himself a base hit. Too hot to handle. Leadoff man on, and here's Eduardo Nunez.
Thinking, let's see if Adam could have gotten this. He kind of backhanded it. Yeah, you know what? I think he should have played it more in front of him, glove up, rather than with the backhand. And I think after looking at Adam there, he kind of patted himself on the chest, saying, "My bad."
Boy, that ball was scorched, though. My goodness.
You know, as much as I love Adam Rosales, I think that's an error.
It is ruled an error now by the official score. Ground ball up the middle. They're going to make the out there. Whoops, almost handcuffed as Aswaye. A little quick flip backhanded to Sardinas.
Well, he's going to second base for the force.
Whoa.
Caught it right in the breadbasket.
Yeah, he needed the glove and the uniform. So safe on the fielder's choice is Nunez. And with one out, Joe Panic comes up. 2-run single his first time.
Professor, you can't make any more mistakes with your pen. I was like, what do you need? What do you need whited out?
Well, I already said there was going to be an infield hit there,
okay.
and then they ruled it an error. So I'm trying to make the change there with a whiteout. And my whiteout mechanism didn't work.
You're good to go.
Well, why does it know
Just
what
leave it
you
to me.
want and doesn't know what I want?
Just use it like a pen. Hold it like this.
Yeah, I know. I do that. I do exactly what
I want you to do. Follow directions.
Watch
here.
this now. I got to get a piece of paper. It's this one.
I want you to white out this right here.
No, I'm going to do it.
Don't press so hard.
See, but then it doesn't start right, and then it goes way over here.
Well, then you got to make an adjustment. You got to start a little earlier.
Oh. I hate mechanical things. Yeah, thank goodness my wife is mechanical. You know, I get sometimes, you know, you get in the bathroom and you lock the door, you know, the knob with the lock in the middle, you push that button. I'll forget how to get out.
Really?
Yeah, I got to call the fire department, get me out of there. Well, I am totally useless.
Oh, no, you're not.
Well, mechanically useless.
Oh, okay.
One ball and one strike. Panic. His single with the bases loaded, sharply struck. Gets him up to the 60 RBI mark. Pops it up left side. Rosales right at the bag, now into foul territory. Boy, that one was sky high. 2 away. And tonight's game presented by Sony, the leader of 4K Ultra HD. Angel Pagan singled in a run in the first inning. That made it 3-0. That whiteout is really a good invention, though, isn't it?
Absolutely. Remember they had the brush, the liquid stuff.
Yeah,
I didn't like that.
You had to, you know, then you'd get it all over your hands, and then you'd smear it.
The correction tape is the best.
Oh, is that what we call it?
Yep.
This one says white, W-I-T-E out, whiteout. Easy correct, easy like yeah. Tell
Easy
me
to spell too.
Easy for you, but not for me. 1-0 to Pagan. Oh, he had him leaning the wrong way, but Hessler didn't fire over to first quickly enough. Nunez is a threat to steal here. He's got 27 combined between San Francisco and the American League earlier. On the outside edge, 1-1. Oh, this game is really moving along at a snail's pace, isn't it?
Yeah.
One and two now to Pagan.
Oh, Hessler doing a good job trying to keep the ball down to Pagan.
.28 outings at El Paso. Hessler had a 2.95 ERA. 42 strikeouts in 36 innings. Playing catch with Will Myers to keep Nunez honest. Chop to short. Sardinas will go the long way, and the inning comes to an end. No harm done by the Rosales error. Middle of the third, 3-0 Giants. The Philadelphia Mets game, and Maikel Franco takes the ball deep. 3-run shot against the Mets. Phillies have scored a lot of runs, but the Mets keep rallying back. It's 10-6, but the Phillies were ahead 10-3, so the Mets have already chewed into that big lead. That's a very important game for the San Francisco Giants as they battle with the Mets and the Cardinals for the wild card.
Gosh, the Mets have used 16 pitchers prior to today's game over the last 2 wins. That's a lot of arms in the month of September for a couple of games.
Carlos Suaje, 2.49 as a major leaguer. Couple of doubles. And he pops this one up the elevator shaft.
Posey doesn't see it.
Oh! And look at Nunez coming in to save him. That is a great play by the third baseman.
Wow.
Posey took off the mask, couldn't find it, was struggling, and Nunez all the way from third base goes some 100 feet to save his catcher. Now that is a big league effort. Thank you very much, says Posey. Let me see the ball. Did it really come down?
This is really incredible because watch Posey. It goes up. He doesn't know where it's at.
And Nunez, bright enough to see the trouble the catcher was having. That's amazing.
That's great.
Now that's when you mark foul 5 in your scorebook,
yeah,
that doesn't tell the story. I'm going to put a little 2 in there too. Remind me that that was a play made when Posey lost the ball. That's terrific.
Incredible. That is a heads-up play. Just goes to show you, as an infielder, as an out, you can always try to back up your teammates some way, shape, or form.
Padres use a pinch hitter here in the 3rd. Brett Wallace will hit for Hessler. So Hessler gives Manager Green a couple of innings. If you're just joining us, as you see Jose Dominguez tuning up in the pen. Giants got 3 runs off starter Jared Cozart in the 1st inning. A 1-out walk to Belt, a single Posey, another walk loaded the bases with 1 out. Panic with a 2-run single to center, and Pagan single to center as well to knock in the 3rd. And the Giants jumped out 3-0. 2-2 now to Wallace. Not able to post the good numbers as a pinch hitter that he did last year, Wallace. He's had 50 at-bats as a pinch hitter, 10 hits. That comes out at 200. Off the fist foul. Well, the Mets pitching staff decimated by injuries. My goodness. Look at the big names: Syndergaard, DeGrom, Harvey, Mance, Jonathan Neese. He's kind of a spot starter. He's gone with surgery. In the dirt, full count to Wallace.
Not only Syndergaard dealing with that elbow issue, but also dealing with a severe case of strep throat. So, tell you what, the Mets are snake bit right now.
And yet they're in the thick of that wild card. Foul back, count remains full. Julie Alexandria, what do you have for us?
Hey, well, you guys, we're just talking about those ailing Mets pitchers, and I just got an update from the Padres clubhouse, and Jared Cozart left after the 1st inning with right elbow inflammation. That's right elbow inflammation. So hopefully I'll have an update for you after the game as well.
All right, thanks, Julie, for being on the case. Full count to Brett Wallace. He fouls off another. Well, the Giants, who led by 6.5 atop the NL West at the All-Star break, and now are 7 back, 13.5 games that they've lost since the All-Star break to the leader, and of course the Dodgers flying away. Might have swung at ball 4 there. Tenth pitch of this at bat coming up. And the 50th toss of the evening for Mad Bum. And he misses. No, he got the inside corner, says umpire Foster, on that slow curveball. And took a small bite out of the paint. That's the 3rd strikeout for him, and that ties the all-time franchise Giant record in strikeouts. Add 3 to the 241, gives him 244 this year. Watch out, Cy Seymour, 118 years ago. He's about to go past you. Broken bat roller to short. Adrianza just does get the Speedy Margot 1-2-3 inning for the Giants. After 3, Giants by 3. Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Sequan Casino. Sign up for the Padres Club Card today. By RCP Block and Brick. Start your outdoor project at rcpblock.com. And by Mercury Insurance. We're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com today. Well, that replay of Eduardo Nunez's terrific hustle that bail out his catcher Buster Posey. That's one of the more incredible defensive plays of the season. Now, when's the last time you saw that play? Third baseman making the catch 15 feet behind the catcher.
I can't remember, but that is a heads-up play. As soon as Posey got the mask off and looked, you know, it's in that part of the night, last half inning, where I was actually watching that ball. The ball actually got dark because it went up above to where the lights are shining down on that angle on the field, and he lost track of it. So a heads-up play.
As Mark Sweeney joins us here in our Fox Sports San Diego booth.
Good evening.
Share his knowledge and insights into this great game. As we go to the 4th inning, Adrianza leads it off against Jose Dominguez, the new Padre pitcher. Fly ball off first. Myers might have a play just out of his reach. So Keith Hessler gives Andy Green a couple of innings, shutout innings, allowed 1 hit.
Hey, how did Notre Dame do today?
Oh, I knew you were going to bug him right off the bat.
It's okay. It's all right. I'm still a fan.
You lost your best friend.
I lost my puppy dog today. It was not a good day for the Irish.
I didn't know that Duke even had a football team.
I did not know either. Krzyzewski actually was the defensive coordinator, I guess, today.
38-35, the Blue Devils.
I thought football was a club sport.
Really?
At Duke.
And what's really upsetting is that the Catholics lost to the Devils.
Yeah. I like how you go there.
The Mass is going to be really crowded tomorrow morning.
It sure is. Man, a lot of sad faces in South Bend.
2-1 now to Adrianza.
You know what? When you're a spirited fan, you got to take it. And it was a bad day today.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
It's all good.
We got the Padres Giants right now. I love it.
We can commiserate. The Chippewas scored 35 and still lost to a woman. Virginia beat us. They got 49. We got 35. I'm down too.
Especially coming off that emotional win.
Hey, they were down 28-0 and they tied them 28. The Chippewas.
Wow. Well, they have that comeback ability. They did that against Oklahoma State.
Yeah. pecks that one foul. This may be the game that's going to lead the entire season in foul balls.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited about that. We're counting them.
We're on the football theme, so I wanted to know how did Joliet High do?
You know what? Joliet Catholic is winless this year.
Really?
I think they are.
That's never happened.
My cousin texted me, Chris Mahalik.
Yeah.
He played with Chris.
Of course I did.
In fact, he went to Notre Dame.
Go Irish.
And he's upset. I'm upset. So I think we want a coaching change.
A little soft liner out to Aswahe off the bat of Adrianza for the first down.
Yeah, so Dan Sharp, he might be getting his walking papers.
You don't like him?
No, I love the guy.
But you want him out?
No, I'm just kidding.
Just
Yeah. So tough start for the Hilltoppers this year.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That's right.
Madison Bumgarner, had he elected to play football, probably, let's see, I'm looking at that body, maybe a tight end. He might even be a pulling guard. 6'5" and 250.
Whew.
Doubled the left center his first time.
Yeah, he lets it eat too, and you guys made the point earlier in the game. He doesn't get cheated, which is a good thing. He has that leg kick, but also anything in getting his hands extended and really showing that power source. He's got a lot behind that swing.
Yeah, that really wasn't even the best swing, and the ball nearly short hopped the wall out there in left center field.
Outside, 1-1. So we've been having a little fun with Bumgarner and the mean eye and don't look at me and all of that. But it's all just part of his competitive nature.
Yeah. I like the emotion of the game. I like coming from your ace and having an edge when it comes down to it. Talked a few games ago about what Pedro Martinez brought.
Another hit. That could be another double. It will be. It's into the corner. And Bumgarner with his 5th double of the season to go with 3 home runs. A 2-out, 2-bagger, or 1-out, 2-bagger.
Four-seamer outer third. And when he gets extended, we saw the first at bat splitting the gap.
He chipped the bat as well. Still got plenty of wood on it.
Well, getting back to that, though, you think about just the edge that you have as a #1 starter. And now I think it's borderline because it was Yasiel Puig and the problems he had. And then bringing it up again the other night on a close game. It was 2-1 when he left the game with 97 pitches. They end up going on and losing that game. But I think this team needs an edge. They need somebody that's identifiable, and Madison Bumgarner gives them that identity. Now everyone else has to follow suit. If everyone else doesn't, it's going to be a problem. This team's going to find their way out of the playoff race, and that's not going to be a good thing, especially as talented pitching staff.
Hey, I agree with you, Mark, when you say about creating a spark to try to get a team to catapult them. But there have been times also where he's instigated stuff as well.
Yeah.
And, hey, if that's what it takes for a club to get jump-started, that's the kind of guy you like on your team, I guess.
Yeah, I think if maybe guys are encouraging that because he does have the resume. Obviously, what he's done in the postseason brings him to a bigger level. But there's guys in the game that need that edge, and it motivates them. And I don't think I have a problem with it. It's just a matter of when you do it and if you're going to back that. And he has the stuff to back it up.
Yeah, it's really Bumgarner and Hunter Pence. They're the leaders in the clubhouse, the firebrands. And Span earns a walk, so first and second with 1 out. Now against Will Myers. Myers puzzled by why Bumgarner gave him the evil eye. And look at this, he's barking at Myers.
Yeah, and I think that, to your point, Mark, right there, that's where it draws the line. I think Will Myers puts his head down after he strikes out, and he goes right back into the dugout. Well, he ends up chirping, and then he gets behind the players. And yes, he's got that presence and the big body. Obviously, we know how big he is, but that's the edge that I think it's just over the top when it comes down to it.
Line drive, center field, base hit off the bat of Belt. Here comes Bumgarner on third. They'll hold him up as Margot's throw cut off at the mound by Myers. Now the base is loaded again for the Giants. Bumgarner to third. Span to second, and now Belt at first.
The ball leaking over the heart of the plate. He wanted to bury it in. A two-seamer to catch that inside part of the plate.
Boy, if ever the Padres needed a ground ball double play chance, this is it. Already down 3-0. The base is full of Giants.
Well, Posey has 17 on the year. Perfect time for the Padres to induce that double play.
And he also has 4 career slams. Safe on the air by, no, that's Pence who follows with safe on the air. He singled the first time and hit the ball sharply to Rosales the last time, and Rosales threw him out. One and one. So if you talk about Bumgarner being feisty, competitive feisty, maybe even a little nasty, remind you of anyone you played with during the years?
You know what? Just against them, but if you look back at it, and he's on the Giants pitching staff, I think Jake Peavy had that edge in talking to himself and motivating himself. We got amped because of it. So there's a lot of guys that have that edge. There's a quiet intensity for some guys. Woody Williams comes to mind that I played here in San Diego with, that had intensity, but he wasn't fierce, but he was fierce inside. So you draw upon that.
Yeah.
And I think you know that too, Mark,
Well,
being another pitcher.
I played with guys who were very intense, but they didn't stare down the other guy. You know, looking for them to look back or do something. I mean, if that's his style, that's his style. He backs it up, no question about it. But I played with a number of guys who have had the same intensity, maybe more, but they don't try to take it out on the other guy or try to start something with the other guy.
2-2 now to Posey with the sacks full. Dominguez trying to come up with that ground ball pitch. Everything away to Posey. He went to right field with a single because of that. And he tried to chop that one toward right.
You know, Dick, to your point, there's so many guys that stick out. Kevin Brown, for example, he sticks out. But I remember a guy, Todd Stottlemyre, when I was in St. Louis Cardinals. And when he got a start, he would pace the locker room, almost like it was a football game. It's how they get themselves intense. Because if you talk about Madison Bumgarner to a lot of his teammates, he's laid back. He wants to be non-existent unless he's on the pitching mound. So maybe he drums that up inside himself. There is a fine line.
Ground ball is short, but it's weakly hit. They're not going to get 2 out of this. There's 1, and the run scores 4-0. And they're calling the runner at second base safe. So everybody's safe. So the hustle by Belt on the slow ground ball, and Sardinius flipped to second. Ruled too late by Mike Muchlinski. Here it is. I can't argue. That's bang bang.
I got out.
Yeah, I got out too.
Yeah, they got to challenge that.
Ball hit the glove. Yep, right when that ball hit the.
I don't think they're going to challenge it.
Goodness. So credit Posey with an infield hit. Base is still loaded with 1 out, and it's 4-0. With all the challenges this year, that's somewhat surprising.
Well, you think about it from the Padres' perspective, and why not, is that you're already down 4 runs. You got Madison Bumgarner on the mound.
And that gets Bumgarner off the bases, too, and a run with it. Pence fouls it out of play. Posey with a couple of hits today, so he needs 1 more for 1,000. Back to Dominguez. He throws to the wrong man, and another run scores. Shortstop was covering. He threw to the second baseman. So a fielder's choice RBI for Hunter Pence. 5-0 Giants. Span comes in to score.
I'm surprised he didn't go to the plate.
I don't know why he didn't.
and then it was kind of a guided throw to second base because he was kind of unsure. Was there some uncertainty around the second base bag too? I mean, as a pitcher, you got to know who's covering, but still, you just throw it over the second. Let's watch him. I'm thinking he's going to the plate right there. Derek North looked like he was coming out to cover, and then the tentative throw.
Well, Sardinas was late getting there, or Rasuaje, whoever was supposed to get
Maybe
there.
they thought he was going to go to the plate, so that's why they were a little delayed.
Nunez pops that one off third. Out of play.
Well, Mark, you've said so many times when you release the baseball, you become another infielder. Infielders have to know where they're going with the baseball, no matter what, before it is hit. And that ball was hit to his left side. Maybe it took him towards second base, but that didn't look like a throw to second base. He wanted to turn the double play.
Line drive, another base hit. Another run. On his way to third is Pence. And it's now 6-0 Giants. Having a field day early at Petco tonight. Nunez knocks in his 20th run of the season for the Giants. Belt checking in.
Well, you see on our Phantom Cam, Nunez staying right on that baseball, working the middle of the field. Ball leaks over middle in, actually probably off the plate. And Nunez does a nice job with an RBI situation.
Changeup. 1-0 to Joe Panik. He got the Giants on the board, a 2-out, 2-run single, bases loaded in the first inning off starter Jared Kozar. Fouled out the last time. Pence over at third, Nunez at first. And a soft fly ball behind short. Sardinas makes the play, and 8 men come to the plate for the Giants. 3 more runs score. A couple of 3-run innings for San Francisco.
All good pitchers still leave mistakes out, and that's
even the great ones.
Even the
great
great
ones.
ones.
We're doing the extremes.
We're doing the extremes now, but they are going to leave a limited amount of mistakes, and we have to be ready for those. We can't be caught off guard, and if we can be ready and willing and convicted on an area and a pitch, which is a backup cutter or a fastball out over the plate, then we have a chance. But we have to eliminate this inner half on Kershaw and Bumgarner.
Padres hitting coach Alan Zinter talking about the challenges of facing the toughest lefties in the game of baseball and the mistakes and the limited mistakes that they have out over the plate. You don't want to go on their strengths, which is pitching in to right-handed hitters. You have to be ready for those mistakes, those backdoor cutters, because if you're fouling those out, it's going to be a long night in the big leagues.
That's good stuff. Thank you.
Yeah, and you make a good point, and he makes a good point too. These guys don't make many mistakes, so you might get one every 2 at-bats.
Yes.
And that's your time to jump on it.
John Jay fouls the first 2 pitches off. 0-2 the count. 9 in a row retired by Bumgarner. Staked now to a 6-0 lead.
Well, Mark, you know it. You think about it as we see the numbers against Madison Bumgarner for John Jay. Both Madison Bumgarner and Clayton Kershaw have command, and you know that they're pitching off the plate for purpose, and then they're changing eye levels for a purpose. But that doesn't mean they don't make mistakes. You just have to be ready for them and not try to hit their pitch. You're hitting your pitch.
And statistical proof of that point is the fact that Bumgarner has given up 23 homers this year. And he strikes out Jay for the 2nd time. And that equals the all-time left-handed strikeout record in Giants history.
Mark, you were talking about the cut fastball, particularly the breaking ball, and from Kershaw and Bumgarner. This right here, he goes up the ladder. What pitch was that?
Fastball, cutter, that's away. But also he set that up by throwing the ball down, changing that eye level of John Jay, the previous pitch, and then he elevates at the right time.
10 in a row now retired by Bumgarner, and Myers steps up, safe on a fielder's choice, and stole his 27th base back in the 1st inning. The only base runner for the Padres, Manny Margot, led off the 1st inning, safe on the air by shortstop Adrianza. 92.
Well, back-to-back pitches. You saw the first one off the plate in. That's Madison Bumgarner's pitch. Then he comes on the plate, makes that adjustment, but still elevates against Will Myers.
Leonel Campos getting ready for the Padres. And no, 1-2 now to Myers. A couple of fastballs, and he couldn't catch up.
Well, a conscious effort of pitching up in the strike zone. And now he has options, maybe breaking ball down and in, maybe possibly staying up, but maybe away.
Cy Seymour, pace back. Madison Bumgarner has just moved ahead of you after you've held the honor for 118 years of the most strikeouts by a lefty for the Giants.
Let's take a look at the sequence and what happens. The cutter that's up and in, and then he continues to work elevated with the fastball. That's the 4-seamer, back-to-back 4-seamers, and then he goes to the slider, down and in for the strikeout.
Hunter Renfroe flying to center his only at bat. Nothing but strikes coming out of the left-handed arm of Bumgarner. No walks, 5 strikeouts. Lest we forget, Bumgarner terrific during the season, but his World Series record is out of space.
Yes, it is.
And he would be the big horse if they get in the playoffs again. It's set up by Bruce Bochy. Should they get to a wild card, Bumgarner would be the guy with adequate rest. World Series, all he's done is go 4-0 with an ERA of 0.25.
Yeah, what he did a couple years ago in the World Series, I don't think we will ever see again.
1-2 to Renfroe, and he hits that ball deep to left field. That's got a chance. Pagan goes back. Touch a ball! Hunter Renfroe's first major league home run. Renfroe, who hit 30 at El Paso, clubs that one into the left field lower deck, and it's a 6-1 game. First hit for the Padres is a big one.
That was nice. Yeah, quick to that base. But the ball looked like it was in a little bit, and Hunter got to it. Hit it very well.
Well, that's got to be a relief for him. He's got a couple of singles and now his first major league home run. Rosales, 1-1 the count. He struck out, took a third strike his first time.
Well, how do you think that feels? Third day in the big leagues, you're facing Madison Bumgarner. There being no hit. First home run. Yeah, scratches the no-hitter. And he's got a moment that he will remember for a lifetime.
That fan, that ball's worth something on a trade, that's for certain. As the count goes to 3-1 to Rosales. They measure the home run at 399 feet. Good stuff. And Rosales with a swing and a miss, 3-2. I think his parents, when Julie interviewed them, we're going to go back home to Mississippi today. I hope not.
Well, if they went home, hopefully they're watching right now. That's got to be a proud moment watching that ball fly out of the ballpark.
3-2. Ground ball toward third, right there for Nunez, and he's out at first. Rosales. Well, the Padres have a highlight. Comes from rookie Hunter Renfroe. His first home run, not against Sam Liederkrantz or Bernie Mazzola. It comes against Madison Bumgarner. It's 6-1.
Ahmed out to right center field, coming from right. Jankowski will lay it out and make the grab. Travis Jankowski with a spectacular catch. Here's a fly ball headed out towards left center field, struck pretty well. Jay going back. John Jay will make the catch. Spectacular catch by John Jay. Out of the door of the track to reel it in.
Great calls from Don Orsillo. That pair of impressive catches from Jankowski and Jay represent our number 8 moment from the 2016 Padres season, brought to you by Geico. Number 7 tomorrow afternoon. Hunter Renfroe, his heart's got to be pulsating after hitting his first major league home run. Oh, that feels good. New pitcher Leonel Campos here in the 5th inning will face the bottom third of the Giants order. 6-1 San Francisco. A pair of 3-run innings. 3 in the first off starter Cosart and 3 off Dominguez in the 4th.
Well, we mentioned it was going to be a bullpen night when we got the news of Jared Cosart, so enter Leonel Campos. 16th game for the right-hander. Pretty decent splits. High ERA, though, that means the hits, pretty big hits, and the walks off, obviously. Needs to cut down to the walks in 19 innings, 14 free passes.
Ground ball toward the hole and through as Pagan pulls that one through the open gap on the right side. His second hit tonight, and the 8th for the Giants. Now, there was a confusing play, scorekeeper's play. The Buster Posey ground ball to short and the late throw by Sardinhas to second, remember, and Belt beat the throw. Initially we had that marked as an infield hit, then it was ruled a fielder's choice, and I'm wondering with the totals whether or not the score has gone back and credited Posey with a hit. I'll have to check on that, because well, no, that would be the 8th hit of the game. So rule that a fielder's choice, not an infield hit. High fly ball, shallow right. Out goes Asuaje. In comes Renfroe for the first out as Adrianza's gone. And here's Madison Bumgarner up twice, a pair of doubles for the pitcher.
Well, both doubles have been to the left side, one in the left center gap, the other one down the third base line. 29 extra base hits. Wow.
He's a weapon.
There's a fun fact.
Yeah. Should have been don't.
Bumgarner, with his 3 home runs this year, has a career total of 14.
Ooh.
Off his dogs.
Maybe that'll get him to slow down.
Four-seamer in. Oh, right above the guard. Schinberger.
Might have to extend that.
He's going to move that guard up. So 1 out here in the 5th inning. Pagan with a single at first base. 3 runs in the first, 3 runs in the 4th for San Francisco, and a 6-1 lead.
Think he goes back in there, or he goes away?
Goes away and blocked by Norris. Goes around also. And the count 2 strikes on Bumgarner.
Anytime you fire one off your front leg, you're so conscious of that ball in. I think the breaking ball is a good pitch right there because you try to protect yourself so much of not happening again.
Runner goes and a foul tip. As we check from high above our rooftop shot. Of course, that's brought to you by Pinnacle on the Park.
What a shot.
Beautimous.
It's a wow. A visual wow. Away. Pagan and Bumgarner, the 2 Giants with a pair of hits tonight. Runner goes, swing and a miss, strike 3. Norris from his knees tries to throw him out. He's not been getting up and throwing. He's been throwing from down there, and he hasn't thrown anyone out for a long time.
I didn't get much on this throw. But I think it had a lot to do with the pitch. It looked like a breaking ball on the pitch. See not a great jump by Bumgarner. Easily safe into second base. But yes, that's the split finger. Trying to get that strike called, maybe.
I think sometimes Derek will sacrifice a little bit of oomph in order to get rid of the ball a little bit more quickly. That's why he maybe throws from his knees.
14th stolen base for Pagan this year. I think after ramming one off his shins, Bumgarner happy enough to get back in the dugout. He's been on the base twice tonight anyway. Pagan, the hitter, with a runner in scoring position. Ran into a new word today.
Really?
And, you guys will probably, because I know both of you in action have done a cackleberry.
A cackleberry.
A cackleberry. In fact,
you've probably done that a few times.
I think we saw a result of a cackleberry earlier today with you and Coach Sintner. So you come up with an idea and you follow through with it. So it's a germ, a cackleberry, like a germ of an idea.
Really?
Or a seed. So that's a cackleberry.
Huh.
And you just came across that today?
Where did you read that?
No, I have an app, see, in my phone. Yeah,
What?
I do. Honest.
Come on.
It's a dictionary, and every day there's a new word.
Right.
Cackleberry was the word of the day.
Huh.
So it's, in a way, it's you have a good idea, you have a good cackleberry.
Can you use that in a sentence?
I don't know, you might be able to use it in a pie, you know. I'll have a cackleberry pie, man.
Sounds really good.
That's a good idea, they'll say.
Yeah.
I'll have a slice of cackleberry pie. That's a great idea.
Exactly.
There you go. Now we're working. I mean, do you get this when the Giants broadcast?
No.
I don't. They're not. They don't have any cackleberries over there. So 2 outs to Span, and 0-2 the count. In the dirt. Now Toronto shutting out the Yankees today. How about the Boston Red Sox? They beat Tampa Bay. That's 10 in a row for the Bo Sox.
Their offense is really tough to shut down.
Best 3 teams right now, I think, are Texas, Boston, Chicago Cubs.
What's wrong with Cleveland?
Cleveland's okay.
Okay.
No, they're good. Absolutely they are. But I mean, when you talk about teams that kind of separate themselves, what do you think, Mark?
Well, you look at Cleveland and what a great year they've had, but 2 of their main starters go down. And that's devastating to them, even though they have a pretty good bullpen. But, man, you have to say Boston's playing inspired baseball.
Baltimore beats Arizona tonight. There's the Boston score at Tampa Bay. Cincinnati beats Milwaukee 6-1 as they shift from the American League scores to the National League scores. Mets keep cutting away at the Philadelphia lead. It's now 10-7. Asuaje handles the pop-up off the bat of Span. We're at the halfway mark in this one. 6-1 Giants. Well, the Texas Rangers clinched a playoff spot last night with their victory. And they came out of the dugout like they expected it. You see Jonathan LaCroix, the former Brewers, now behind the plate for the improved Rangers. We'll check on some of their stars as we go ahead. It won't be long before playoff fever hits. Madison Bumgarner's given up just the one hit, the home run to Hunter Renfroe last inning. It'll be Sardinhas, Norris, and Asuaje here in the Padre fifth inning.
And now that Texas has sewn it up there, they want to still keep on winning for that home field advantage.
Exactly.
And they did win today.
At home, the Rangers this year 50-25.
Yeah, and you know what? Jeff Bannister has done a tremendous job. His second year, he was the AL Manager of the Year last year, and he continues to change the culture over there. Very talented team, but they take on his identity. Very fired up type of guy. We talked about it with Madison Bumgarner early, the emotions of the game. I think Jeff Bannister really asks a lot from that club.
Yeah, Texas won today 5-0 against the Oakland A's. And Bumgarner falls behind Sardinhas 3-1. Carlos Villanueva next in line. Ball four. Maybe that Schinberger has Bumgarner a little off balance. That's his first walk, a leadoff walk to Sardinhas. Well, looking at the Ranger stars, Beltre, the veteran, 298, 38 homers, 100 RBIs. Good pickup, Ian Desmond. And he's produced 22 homers. Rougned Odor, he 31 long balls. And Cole Hamels, a San Diego product, 15-5. The ace of his staff, that's 13th overall in ERA in the American League, 4.41.
Yeah, Derek Holland came back. He has not been the same. You're wondering if Cole Hamels is enough, but you're going to have to find some arms to figure it out because the bullpen has struggled in the second half too.
Says Yu Darvish has allowed at least 5 runs in 3 of his last 5 starts, so he's been giving it up.
We always wonder with the guys that come off that Tommy John how they're going to respond for long term. It might feel good for starts, but it's that inconsistency that you see when guys come off the disabled list.
That ball hit deep to left by Derek Norris, and that is gone. Touch them all. Here come the Padres. Renfroe a solo, and Norris circles the bases with number 14. That was a laser shot to left field for the Padres catcher, and the San Diegans have cut the Giants' lead in half. It's 6-3.
Well, for Derek Norris, now the second home run this year off of Madison Bumgarner. It was up a little bit, and Mark, we talked to Alan Zitter. You talked to him, and he said you look for one certain part of the plate. Looked like Derek Norris was looking there.
Yeah, I think early he might pitch off the plate, but that was a mistake. Middle in. Derek Norris deposited that one into the seats.
That got out of here in a hurry. So the leadoff walk Sardinhas. He comes around on Norris's home run. And Asuaje grounds it to Belt, and Belt with the unassisted putout. That's one away here in the 5th inning. Well, the Padre home run records in a single season, the second year of the franchise, they hit 172, and now with that home run, Norris, it's 171. Austin Hedges will hit for the pitcher Campos. It's only the 5th inning, and the Padres have pulled within 3. 2 hits off Bumgarner, both home runs. So the left-hander Bumgarner now has given up 25 home runs this year. That's the most ever in a season for the talented lefty as he shoots for his 100th win. Oh, Yan Solarte in uniform and getting the feel of his favorite piece of wood.
Great to see Solarte back.
Yeah, that home run will feel good for Norris. That jacks his RBI count up to 41. on his 14th of the year. Measured at 372, but that brick building got in the way. That one was out of here in a hurry. See if Hedges can keep it going. And he hits it well to center field. Span retreats, still going back, and 2 steps from the wall in center field. Hedges flirts with a home run. 2 away.
Well, you look at Austin Hedges on our Phantom Cam just underneath the baseball, but a productive swing. Why? Because he gets extension, and there's been times where he doesn't get that power to center field or right center. It's a nice swing at a big ballpark.
And that's out in El Paso. Manny Margot, he's seeking his first hit as he is up with the core 4 from the Chihuahuas. He is grounded to short and safe on an error by the shortstop tonight. And he grounds again to the shortstop. Adrianza across. And the inning comes to an end, but the leadoff walk to Sardinas, followed by Derek Norris's laser shot to left. And the Padres have cut the Giants' lead to 6-3. Coverage of baseball brought to you by T-Mobile. MLB news and notes. Yadier Molina 3 for 4 night. Cardinals beat the Cubs, actually a day game. Marcus Stroman, the right-hander for the Blue Jays, blanks the Yankees, and Dustin Pedroia, his 4th career slam, and the Red Sox win their 10th in a row. Beat Team Tampa Bay 6-4. Oh, he's a little bulldog, isn't he, Pedroia?
Oh. Well, what the Red Sox have going, obviously a great offense, but it's a hero, a different hero every day.
Hanley Ramirez has just been sensational
Sure
here
has.
in September. So Carlos Villanueva, the 5th Padre used by the pitching staff, and Andy Green, and he comes in with a curveball to Brandon Belt for a strike. Belt has walked, flied out, and singled in the 4th inning.
Well, it's been a while since Carlos has towed the slab back on the 7th against the Boston Red Sox.
Boy, that is a long go. 2.5 weeks.
Winning an inning in 2/3.
So the Padres with a home run ball have made it interesting after the Giants jumped out 3-0 in the first, built it to 6-0 with 3 in the 4th. Renfroe solo and a 2-run shot Norris. That's a strike and a cold strike 3. Belt takes the long walk.
Well, good for Carlos. He gets a call here up above the strike zone to Brandon Belt. 2-seamer.
Buster Posey single, hard out to third, and credited with a RBI on the fielder's choice the last time. That was that play at second base where Sardinius over to Suaje too late. So take a hit away from Posey's total. He needs 2 more for 1,000. Yeah, a couple of milestones for 2 of the Giants with a lot of zeros around them. 1,000 hits for Posey, 2 away. 100 wins for Bumgarner, 1 away. Waved at changeup, 2-1.
He's getting good action on that changeup as well. That ball stayed up to start and just dropped off the table.
Out of play. Well, the pressure on the bullpen tonight because starter Cozart able to go only 1 inning. Andy Green's going to have to go deep into the pen during the course of this one. Villanueva, pitcher number 5.
Got the day game tomorrow, got the off day Monday. I think Andy's taken that in consideration.
Bounce to third. Rosales on the big second hop. 2 away. That'll bring up Hunter Pence. Jose Torres, he's pitched the last 2 games, so he probably won't be in there tonight, but we want to wish him a happy 23rd birthday. Boy, he's got a fireballing left-handed pitch.
Gotta love that. Andy Green said the first time he's pitched back-to-back days was last night in the big leagues. So you're probably not going to see him, but you have seen a power fastball that has a lot of movement.
And we'll test the memory of you fans. How did the Padres get Torres? Time's up. In the trade that sent Yonder Alonso to the Oakland A's.
Pretty good trade. Pomeranz and Torres.
Yeah.
And that's flipped for Espinosa and Torres. You think about some young arms.
And Jabari Blash also coming from Oakland, from the circuitous route. Pence has walked and scored, safe on an error at third, and an RBI fielder's choice the last time. Two and one, another changeup. Old high pockets, Hunter Pence. I don't know where they. That's what they used to call them, you know, where they.
I like it.
Socks way up there.
And Pomeranz, Mike Pomeranz is deep pockets, right?
Yes, deep pockets.
That's a little different thing. That's where you swing and miss at the check.
And the pants are above the knees. Those are old school knickers right there.
Yeah. There is nothing ordinary about Hunter Pence. Foul back to the screen. So tomorrow the final game with the Giants, final of the 4-game series and the season. Clayton Richard on the mound for the Friars against Ty Block. It's been TBA all series long. Bochy not really knowing who's going to pick up the ball on Sunday. Johnny Cueto with a rib problem and finally decides on Block, who has pitched in a couple of games in relief for the Giants. 1 o'clock, our start time here on Fox Sports San Diego for Padres Live, the pregame show. Boy, Tim Stauffer, that's ball 4. Tim Stauffer did a great job.
He did.
Has he been out taking broadcast journalism
I think
voice
he was.
lessons. He's really good.
You know what I asked him after he did? I said, "How'd you feel?" He said, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. And I said, well, more importantly, how'd your wife think you did?
That's
because
right.
you know his wife was locked in. But it was good to have Tim. He's going to be on our post-game show. He's talking to Mike Pomerantz right now.
Yeah, good to see Timmy out at the ball yard.
One of the gems of baseball. What a great teammate. And continues, but only he's got to put more makeup on now.
Pride and joy of the Richmond Spiders. And home base here at Saratoga Springs, up where that great racetrack excites thoroughbred fans. Nunez has knocked in a run with a single the last time. Grounds that to short. Sardinez will quickly go to second for the out, and it's a shutout inning, the sixth rather, and it's a 6-3 game.
Picking up your teammates all the time, right? Well, earlier in the game, we're talking about catches. John Jay picking up the pitching staff. How about Nunez at third base? Buster Posey doesn't know the pop fly. Look at this coming in all of a sudden.
That was incredible.
And he makes the great catch. That's a great play. John Jay, great catch, and Nunez, well done.
As we've said so often, you come to the ball yard, you never know you're going to see something that may not have happened in a long, long time. That was an incredible effort by Nunez, and still not an easy catch.
He almost overran it.
They netted him there like a big tuna. John Jay up twice, struck out twice against Bumgarner. Loops that one to left, and there's Pagan to squeeze the out.
Oh, here's the tuna catch, and you think about what is so difficult about this play. Full speed, and the tendency is to come back towards fair territory.
Casting the nets and catching yourself a third baseman.
It actually has like a curveball spin, so it comes back towards the infield.
So
very difficult play.
He was running into the play, coming back over. You saw he had to reach back at the last minute. Will Myers, fielder's choice and a strikeout. And a pop-up.
Where's
Posey
Nunez?
does see this one. 2 away.
Well, earlier we touched on an instructional with Alan Zinter, the hitting coach for the San Diego Padres, about capitalizing on mistakes. Well, Hunter Renfroe gets one of those mistakes, the cutter that's into the bat path. And again, Derek Norris also. Hunter Renfroe, his first home run, and Derek Norris capitalizing for the third run. But Alan Zinter stresses work to your strength, get that mistake, and capitalize on it, and both of them did.
Number 14 for Norris with the man on. The only 2 hits, home runs off Bumgarner. Here's Renfroe. Fouls it back. So Renfroe now 3 for 10 as a major leaguer. A couple of singles and a home run. And look what that is, the bottom line. The average now is 3 for 10. Is
that's 300 in my book.
Wow. I knew you'd come through. Well, the Mets at it again. That Philadelphia lead at 10-3 is now 10-8 in the 9th inning. Can they pull out another one, being down by a big total? Phillies had a 2-run lead in extra innings the other night, and they scored 3. Did the Mets to win it. Dodgers have a big lead already against Colorado, 7-0 in the 5th. Two and 2 now to Renfroe. Ground ball, foul, no, fair ball. Third base umpire points to fair territory, and Renfroe has a double. I don't know. The plate umpire comes out halfway down the line to talk to Mike Winter. We'll see. It may have hit the corner of the bag.
I think I saw that ball kind of change direction a little bit.
Bruce Bochy not happy with the call, or at least wants some explanation. Let's see it again. Yeah, he's satisfied that that is a double for Renfroe. How about that? Hugging the line.
Yep, it hit the side of the bag. Did you see it kind of change direction?
Yeah.
There's no way it could go back that way the way it is now.
I think it hit that plate on the side of the base.
That is really cutting it.
That's
about
pretty hard to do.
Thin as
see?
possible. Yeah. So Renfroe with a home run and a double, and let's see if Rosales can pick him up, cut that lead to 6-4.
Now see those plates in the middle of the bag, but you can see on the other side, and Nunez is positioned to field that ground ball, so it gets by him because it hits the side of the bag.
Another thing, Professor, you come to the ballpark, you don't know you're going to see that. That's very rarely happening.
I hadn't seen that all year. Rosales takes 1-1. That's a big run out there here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A chance to carve away at the 6-0 lead, 6-1, 6-3. How about 6-4? Rosales 4 for 18 against Bumgarner, but he has a home run. And fouls that up into the seats off to the right.
You know what's interesting about that foul ball? That's number 50 on the night of foul balls. So get the balls rubbed up in the clubhouse, guys.
Yeah.
We need them. Need some extra ones.
Tony Patrica, Spencer Dolan, they usually rub up about 7 or 8 dozen, I think.
It might be 9 or 10 tonight.
It's a lot of baseballs.
Uh-oh.
95 total pitches so far from Bumgarner. He's not out of the 6th inning yet.
That's 4 dozen roughly, plus 2 balls, right? 50?
That's you right on. Oh, your math is sharp. Ground ball just foul as Rosales tried to repeat Renfroe's kiss the bag.
How does that not hit the side of the bag?
Maybe somebody placed a magnet in that sack. By about a foot when it went past the bag. Posey went out briefly to see Bumgarner, and Bumgarner says, "Don't look at me."
Don't look at me.
Get back in behind the plate. Renfroe with the 2-out double at second. That ball's hit deep to left field. Does Rosales have one? You bet! Touch 'em all! And the Padres don't get one from Rosales. They take a deuce, and it's 6-5. Number 12 for Rosales.
Well, Buster Posey was up out of the crouch. He wanted to go up 1 and 2 pitch, but Mark Sweeney, he doesn't get it up enough. Nice job by Rosales getting on top of that one.
Well, he back legs this ball, and man, does he have some strength. Consistent swing in the second half for Adam Rosales.
This doesn't happen often to Bumgarner, a 3-home run night. It's Sardinas now. He's fly deep to left and walked. So from 6-0 down, 3 home runs have pulled the Padres within 1. 6-5 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ground ball into the hole. Adrianza, the long throw, in time for the final out. But with 2 outs, Renfroe's double and Rosales hits one into the Western Metal Supply Company building. The 3rd home run tonight for the Padres. It's now a 1-run contest, 6-5. Game summary. First inning, bases loaded. Joe Panik knocks in a pair with that single to center field of starter Jared Cosart, and then Pagan follows with another hit. RBI, 3-0 Giants. Hunter Renfroe's first major league home run makes it 3-1 off Madison Bumgarner. But the Giants get 3 more. Actually, it went to 6-0 and 6-1, and then Derek Norris with a 2-run homer to make it 6-3. And we've just seen Adam Rosales hit a 2-run shot off Bumgarner. The first time he's given up 3 home runs in a game this year, and it's a 6-5 contest. That's our Harrah's game summary. So with 3 tonight, the Padres have 172 home runs this season to tie their all-time record set way back in 1970. It looks as if this team will be the all-time home run hitting team in 48 years. Who would have thought that?
Unbelievable. And Carlos Villanueva needs to throw up a 0 so the Padres can quickly get back in that dugout and go to hacking.
Panik, Pagan, and Adrianza here in the top of the 7th. Ground ball to Sardinas. He's had a busy night. 1 away. So a look at our game summary. Bumgarner 6 innings, 4 hits, but 3 of them home runs. Cosart couldn't last past the first inning. Renfroe 2 for 3, double and a home run, his first major league homer. And Derek Norris a 2-run shot. Pagan 2 for 3 and an RBI. Strike one. Washington beats Pittsburgh tonight 6-1. Boy, the Pirates, they went into a second half slump. They're 77-77 now. Fly ball to left. Jay, can of corn. 2 away.
Well, we've been telling you all season long, it's something that you got to get. The most popular way to follow Padres baseball is with MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. Enjoy live look-ins, highlights, game day scores, StatCast, live radio broadcasts, and more. Get MLB.com at bat on your favorite devices now.
Corey Guerin warming up for the Giants. Boy, the Padres have stolen momentum here from 6-0 down to 6-5. Villanueva fields that neatly. Low throw, and Myers digs it out. Good play by Big Will at first base. A 1-2-3 inning for Villanueva. We're at the stretch half of the 7th.
It's good to see him. We're going to kind of let him get his feet back underneath of him today. Available to pinch hit, and his girls are out here with him. His mom's out here with him. So whole family kind of finish out the year with him, and he's part of our family. So we're all thrilled to have him back. He'll be back in the lineup tomorrow, assuming he's up for it and ready to go.
Yan Solarte back with the Padres after being gone for a week after he lost his wife, Juliet, after a long-fought battle with cancer. And in one last selfless act that his wife did for him, she planned everything. All of the last requests, the entire funeral, exactly where she wanted the flowers from. All of the funeral arrangements were done because she wanted her husband to be able to concentrate on the game and to be the best version of himself, and that is when he is playing this game of baseball. So she did that for him, and she always was telling him throughout the entire battle, I want you to go and play. Don't stay here with me. Be with your team. They're your family. And as Yan Solarte said today before the game, he said, this is my family now, and Andy Green echoed the same statement.
Thank you, Julie. Well, it's such a sad story, and trying to rally, and his teammates certainly are going to surround him, give him as much strength as they can. Certainly plenty of love down in that clubhouse.
Great support system he's got. No doubt about that.
And looks as if he's dressed for action. We might see him come up and maybe in a critical spot here with 6-5. Corey Guerin is the new pitcher for the Giants. Norris to lead it off. 2-run home run the last time. So Bumgarner goes 6 innings, 5 runs, 4 hits, but 3 of them homers, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. It's the first time this year that he has allowed 3 home runs in a game.
Well, 55th game for Corey Guerin. Last 8 appearances, 7 innings, have been scoreless for the right-hander. Kind of a sidearm slinger, a lot of sliders.
Fouled at the plate.
And 2-seamers as well. He's got a really good 2-seam fastball. Gets a lot of ground balls when he's on his game.
Guerin, a product of Mercer University, Macon, Georgia. The Mercer Bears. He's another that has recovered from Tommy John surgery. He had it in 2014. Two balls and a strike. That ball hit sharply but foul. Way out in front was Norris. Nice play down there on the Kieran. He got into this one from Bumgarner. 1001, 1002, 1003 home run.
Talk about crushing a mistake. He did just that.
Into the second deck. So 2-2 to the Padre catcher. He just misses. Could have gone either way, and Norris gets the call as Brad Hand gets ready in the pen. Nice turnout on baseball night in San Diego Saturday night. Crowd of 31,171. 3-1-1-7-1. Foul tip, strike 3. One away here in the 7th.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Bruce Bochy, after Guerin gets the first out, making the walk to the mound. Does not signal to the bullpen as yet. No, he's going to take the ball. That's it. Guerin in for one pitch. So another pitching change. It's quite a carousel tonight. Bottom of the 7th, the Giants look to be running away with a 6-0 lead, but the Padres on 3 home runs off Bumgarner make it 6-5. Yan Solarte getting loose. He's in the on-deck circle. The pitcher's spot is due next. First, Carlos Asuaje with 1 out facing Javier Lopez. Side-wheeling left-hander. Lopez, this is his 838th career major league appearance. 39 years of age. Born in Puerto Rico, his father an FBI agent. Ground ball right side, 2 hops to Belt. He takes it to the bag for the second out. Now the announcement, Solarte.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the pitcher Villanueva, number 26, Yan Solarte.
Oh, that was great. Two and 0. Boy, you would think his vision's a bit blurred.
I would think so, yeah.
That reception. Mine is. Line drive, base hit. Welcome back, Yan Solid single to left. Yes, he points up there. Give him another standing ovation. Solarte back from an emotional long week losing his wife. 31-year-old mother of 3 beautiful daughters, and comes out and lines a sharp single to left field. He hadn't forgotten how to hit. Leadoff batter Manny Margot looking for his first big league hit. He's 0 for 7. Solarte at first, representing the tying run, as the new pitcher is Derek Law. 57th appearance, now 58. Nub fouled up first base way.
Well, he's been old reliable out of that bullpen for San Francisco. As you take a look at the Padres at box score, Derek Law, best Giants reliever. He's got 2.22 ERA.
Well, a name like that, he should restore order, shouldn't he?
Yeah, you bet. Ooh, off the face, it looked like.
Oh, off home plate and bounced right back up on his forehead. Fans wooing and ahhing as they replayed that carom off home plate right up in the bridge of the nose, apparently, and forehead. No, he said up there. Back to work. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, man at first, Solarte. John Jay would be next. In the dirt, gets away, and that moves the tying run into scoring position on the wild pitch.
Looks like this ball just crept right up Buster Posey. It's a curveball. Okay, he tries to block it. Good position. Then off the thumb of the glove and to the backstop.
Now a chance Margot, first major league hit, could drive in a run. And tie the ball game. And Travis Jankowski out of the dugout. He's going to run for Solarte, and he'll get yet another supportive hand from this crowd of 31,000. Added speed, carrying the tying run. Line drive up the middle, into center field, a base hit. Here comes the tying run. Jankowski scores. Margot has his first major league hit. What a comeback by the Padres tonight. And the kids are leading the way.
Oh, another breaky ball. Remember, he bounced the other one. That may have been back of the mind. Making sure he doesn't want to bounce the next one. It's left up. And congratulations, Manuel Margot. We are tied at 6.
His first big league hit carries an RBI with it. And the Padres have come back from a 6-0 deficit tonight. Here's John Jay. And he grounds it right at the second baseman. Panic with a play at first base. But the Padres get a solo here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Yan Solarte returns to the club, gets the base hit, advances on the wild pitch, and Manny Margot brings him home. That's very symbolic, isn't it? He brought Yan Solarte back home.
Yan Solarte announced as a pinch hitter, and what a reception.
Mike, you think about it and what baseball brings. It was really good to see Solarte into the locker room, getting embraced by his teammates, also the crowd and the fans, and coming up huge for a hit, not only for him, but also his family. Congratulations, Solarte, and welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back for sure, everybody here at Fox Sports San Diego. Our heartfelt condolences to the Solarte family. It's a tie ball game right now as you take a look at Jan Hervis. Got to have a very heavy heart. When we see in the post-game show, we're going to be rejoined by Tim Stauffer, former Padres pitcher. We're going to talk about today's ball game and get you caught up on highlights from around the league. Dick and Mark.
All right, thank you, Mike and Mark. Brad Hand comes in out of the pen for the Padres. He follows Cosart, Hessler, Dominguez, Campos, Villanueva, as the Padres have pulled even at 6-all.
Hey, call a friend. We've got a big league ball game here. We've got a brand new ball game, and Brad Hand is having one heck of a year. 103 strikeouts and 83 frames for the left-hander.
Mac Williamson is the hitter in the pitcher's spot. Top of the 8th, tied at 6. Bruce Bochy has to be suffering through another one. The team had a 6-0 lead, coasting along behind their ace pitcher. In the Padres, Renfroe a solo home run. Derek Norris a 2-run shot. And then another 2-run homer from Adam Rosales to make it 6-5. And then against the bullpen, the Padres have tied it. 2-out single, Solarte, a wild pitch, and Margot gets his first big league hit and drives in the tying run. Taken low and inside by Williamson, 2-2. Part of the struggle of the Giants here in the second half of the season, very little pinch hitting support. They are 3 for the last 42. That's a .071 average for the pinch hitters. Talk up another strikeout for Brad Hand. One away in the 8th.
Oh, there's a fastball here going away. A little bit of movement as well. A lot of hitters are used to that slider down and in. And as you mentioned, Dick, chalk up another one. Most strikeouts by a reliever. Major League Baseball. Number 4, Brad Hand. That's a pretty good company.
Those are the aces out of the bullpen. Top of the order, Denard Span, 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. Scored a run after walking in the 4th inning. Ball 1. Brandon Belt to follow Span. So the move by Andy Green to go to Hand timed perfectly. Williamson, a right-handed pinch hitter, but now Span and Belt, 2 left-handed batters. Misses high, 2-0.
And lefty's only hitting 133. We saw those splits when Brad came into the game. 15 for 113 versus lefties.
Foul tip. Keeping the ball up to Span. Well, at this stage of the game, the range of emotion, the range of play, the home runs from the Padres, that great catch by third baseman Nunez. I mean, this is one of the best games of the entire year. Left field slicing into the corner. That could be trouble, and it's foul. Jankowski staying in the game in left field for Jay. That very nearly a 2-base hit. Two balls, 2 strikes. High fly ball, right center. Renfroe and Margot. It's Renfroe. No, Margot gets the call at the last minute. 2 away. 2 outs now here in the 8th. And a look at the pitching matchup for tomorrow, brought to you by Volkswagen Kearney Mesa. Ty Block for the Giants. We saw him in spring training, only his 3rd appearance, though the other 2 in relief, against the veteran Clayton Richard, who's given the Padres some pretty pitching and a 3-3 record, especially tough of late. Look at that ERA, 2.98.
He has been outstanding. A lot of ground balls, working down in the zone.
Brad Belt takes it low, ball 1. Our TV time tomorrow, 1 o'clock here on Fox Sports San Diego. Belt has walked, flied out, singled and scored, and struck out the last time. Big breaking ball misses, 2-0. Well, time for our Cholula flamethrower. Kind of hot sauce do we have tonight?
Well, we got Brad Hand out there, the lefty. He's more of a control type guy, and with that slider, that's kind of hard to make contact. 94, that's hot sauce. We need Rod Barajas to take another shot. They won last night when the AAA manager for the El Paso Chihuahuas took a shot of Cholula.
Foul back, big cut by Belt. 2-1. Three in the first, 3 in the fourth for the Giants. Bottom of the 4th, Renfroe solo homer, 2-run shot in the 5th, made it 6-3. Norris hitting the 2-run homer, his 14th of the year. And then the next inning, it was Adam Rosales, a 2-run homer, his 12th of the season. And then the Padres tied it on singles by Solarte and Margot. Strike on the outside corner, 2-2. Belt walks a lot, 99 times this year, but he also strikes out more than any Giant, 144. Right 3, caught looking on that big breaking ball. Hand retires the Giants in order in the 8th. Couple of strikeouts for the lefty. Here come the Padres. Myers to lead it off. Brought to you by Petco, where the healthy pets go, and by your San Diego County Lexus dealers. An emotional night here at Petco Park as Solarte returns from a long week of sadness. Hunter Strickland on his 28th birthday appears for the Giants. The 5th used by manager Bruce Bochy. There's a confident young fan, never gave up.
Yeah, Padres will win. And a picture of Will Myers stepping to the dish.
Will 0 for 3 tonight.
Well, the hard thrower, Hunter Strickland.
He can get it up there close to 100.
Yes.
First one is off speed, 84. 28 years old, Strickland. Born in Thomaston, Georgia. He's a native Georgian. Chop to third. Bad hop there. Nunez stays with it and throws him out. It had trouble written on it, but Nunez hung in there for the first out. Hunter Renfroe. A home run, his first major league homer and his first big league double. So he's now got 4 hits in his 11 at bats, a couple of singles, a double and a home run. Here it is. 399 feet.
Oh, he turned on that pitch nicely. It was in. Bumgarner just did not get it in and up enough. That's a swing you're used to seeing quite a bit, huh?
There's the 100 from Strickland outside. 101 on the scoreboard, 100 on our meter. A 1-1 to Hunter. Adam Rosales, who has a 2-run homer, on deck. Strickland's dad, Ken, a left-handed pitcher, made it up to AAA ball with the Tigers. They claim he threw at 99 miles an hour, so he's got fastball genes.
Well, I'm not a baseball historian, but this has got to be a first. Hunter Pence, Hunter Strickland, and Hunter Renfroe in one game. You see the last 3 outings for this Hunter trying to hunt hitters. 4 earned runs against the Padres. Like on September 13th at AT&T.
That was the game where Ryan Schimpf hit the 3-run homer in the 9th inning. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Couple of Hunters.
So it figures that the ball will go out to that man, Hunter Pence, in right field.
Yeah.
Better yet, over his head in right field. Strike 3. That ball's off the plate. That's a tough call. And a strikeout for Hunter Strickland.
Remember last inning, Brad Hand was getting the benefit of some pitches off the plate, and the same way for Strickland. Boy, that strike zone starting to swell a little bit more as this game has gone on, with Marty Foster, the home plate umpire.
Rosales struck out, grounded out, and then hit the 2-run homer to make the game 6-5 in the 6th inning. 98 all the way to the screen. And fans in the box seats ducking. Instinctively, that ball come full speed, and Posey couldn't get to it. Power against power, and Strickland wins on that 97 mile fastball.
Adam almost lost his helmet on that swing.
Brandon Mauer set to work the 9th inning. Overpowering Rosales with those last 2 heaters. Got to figure he's going to give him another one, maybe out of the strike zone. Now he goes to the breaking ball. No, that was a fastball at 98. Had a lot of movement. In Los Angeles against Adrian Gonzalez his last time out.
Oh, very catchable ball for Hunter Pence, but I think he anticipated that wall creeping up on him, and it's a walk-off for the Dodgers.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. A couple of punch outs for Strickland. We go to the 9th inning. All even, 6 aside.
All that matters is October. The NLDS starts October 7th on FS1.
Right around the corner. Final game of this series tomorrow, then 3 with the Dodgers, and the Padres close it out at Arizona for the final 3. Buster Posey will be the first hitter that Brandon Mauer faces as he makes another appearance.
Well, tie ball game in the 9th. The save is out the window for the Padres. They can walk it off later. So Brandon Mauer gets a frame here.
His 70th game this year. Posey, Pence, and Nunez scheduled in the middle of the Giants order. And the first pitch at 93. Posey 1 for 4 with an RBI. Fouls that just up the third base line. Out of play. Well, the Phillies hung on and won that game in New York. So the Mets lose. The Cardinals won. And the Giants right in the middle of those two. If they should lose tonight, St. Louis moves into that second wild card spot by a half game. If they win, they tie the Mets for the best record for the wild cards. Center field, Margot there. And let's go back to our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
First one, bum out bum. Well, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits. The Padres 5 earned runs. He gave up 3 home runs. They battled back after being down.
For him, that is a bummer.
And quality for Cozart. He left after 1 inning, 3 hits, 3 earned runs.
It's a solid B- tonight.
Thank you.
Pence takes outside. The third hunter of the night has walked twice, safe on an error and safe on a fielder's choice. So he's 0 for 2, but he's been on base all 4 times. And he sends it high in the air, shallow in center. Margot calling. So the rookie center fielder takes care of the first 2 outs. Brings up Nunez. RBI single, 1 for 4. And a spectacular play, bailing out his catcher Buster Posey on a pop-up behind home plate that Posey couldn't find, and he raced all the way from third base to make a incredible catch. We'll be seeing that play over and over again.
Fantastic play.
I imagine you'll see it on our post-game wrap-up. Line drive low through the left side. A 2-out single for Nunez. He's got 2 hits, and for the Giants, their 9th base hit of the night.
Cutting that first pitch fastball. He's all over it.
Nunez, Panic, and Bumgarner with 2 hits tonight. That's the old grass cutter.
Yep. Quick infield.
Panic, a single in 4 trips. But a big single it was in the first inning with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Single that drove in the first 2 Giants runs. There goes Nunez. The throw through by Norris is in time. Nunez doesn't agree. Jumps up with a come on. Norris popping to his feet and got full power on that throw to second. Let's see if they challenge.
Thumbs up from Ron Wotus. They want a challenge.
Let's take another look at that.
Great quickness from Derek Norris. Snap throw from the ear.
And from that angle, he looks like he might have been in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time he gets the tag, Sardinus on the elbow.
He should have kept it on him.
Yeah.
Why does he come? He may have gotten out. You know, you got to keep that tag on the runner. I got safe.
I do too.
But if he keeps the glove on him throughout the whole play, I think there's a point where his hand comes off and then his foot follows. Now watch his hand. His hand is safe. He's safe there. Now watch. Does he kind of lose?
Yeah, I think he gets his foot there as his hand came out. So he is safe, and that's a good challenge.
Sure.
And the right call has been made. For Nunez, his 12th stolen base as a Giant, and overall this year, his 28th steal. Make that 28 plus the 12, 40th steal. So the tie-breaking run out at second base with 2 outs for Panic. Oh, 1-1 the count. Ground ball to second. Suaje over to Myers for the out, and the Padres will come up in the bottom of the 9th inning. They'll lead it off with Sardinus with Norris and Suaje to follow. The game. Hunter Renfroe, his first major league home run. Derek Norris, a 2-run shot. Adam Rosales, a 2-run bomb. And the reappearance of Yan Solarte drives a single to left field, goes to second on a wild pitch, and the first major league hit of Manny Margot ties it up at 6-all. Our Carl's Jr. stars of the game. What a game it's been. Brian Schimpf is going to pinch hit for Luis Sardinas. Fastball hitter against the fastballer Hunter Strickland. Wouldn't that be something if he should tie into one and win it? 19 homers on the year. Oh, he just missed it. High into the night, into left center. Span finally comes down. Schimpf was almost to second base by the time that dropped out of the night here at Petco Park. Time for In the Driver's Seat, brought to you by Kia. Padres offense 3 home runs tonight to tie the all-time record for the club in 48 years. 172 home runs in a single season. Renfroe with his first.
First time this year that Madison Bumgarner in a start has surrendered 3 home runs. He's given up 2 a handful of times.
26 now in the season for Bumgarner, more than any season for him, as the big breaking ball in there to Norris. Flied out, homered with a man on, and struck out.
Comes another breaking ball.
One and one. And the 3 home runs tonight boosts the Padres total here at Petco to 79. That's the most ever by the San Diego Padres in their home base. Kevin Quackenbush getting ready. .95 on that fastball. 97. Against Bumgarner, he tagged one on a low line into the Western Metal Supply Company building, second deck. And that took the score from 6-1 to 6-3. As the Padres rallying from 6 runs down to tie it. Well, there's going to be a fireworks show after the game, and the Padres providing one during the game tonight. Crowds him at 97. Meanwhile, up the freeway, the Dodgers leading the Rockies 14-0 in the 8th inning. A win will clinch at least the tie, and should the Giants lose and the Dodgers win, then the Dodgers have won the NL West. Foul down the right field side. Clayton Richard tomorrow to wrap up the Giants series and the series for the season against Ty Blach. Will make his first major league start for San Francisco. They had to find somebody to fill the void of injury to Johnny Cueto. Got him with a breaking ball. 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Third strikeout for Strickland.
Was a hanging breaking ball as well, but sometimes if you hang it just enough, it's really tough to get on top of it. Right underneath it.
So Carlos Asuaje. And here comes Bruce Bochy. Slow walk out to home plate. He's going to do a double switch. Boy, the way Strickland's pitching, he has to look out there at the scoreboard, surprised, why are you taking me out? So Tomlinson goes into the game for Panic at second base, and we'll see who will be beckoned from the Giants bullpen. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. A 6-6 tie at Petco.
Of outs, and as a reminder, every weekday morning, Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, they go head-to-head on the day's hottest sports topics. Undisputed with Skip and Shannon, weekdays at 6:30 a.m. Pacific, only on FS1.
In comes the left-hander Will Smith. As Bochy goes to the pen, the 6th pitcher tonight, 5 in relief of Madison Bumgarner. 51st appearance, former Brewer, now a Giant.
We saw him on Thursday, 2/3 of an inning. He struck out one Padre.
Kelby Tomlinson in at second base for Panic. So Asuaje 0 for 3. A couple of ground outs to first and a foul out to third. That was the pop fly that Nunez came all the way from third to behind home plate to bail out Posey. Ball 1 low. The report on Asuaje that he can handle left-handed pitching. Fastball at 93, 1-1. Bends it outside, 2-1. Try to get on there. Asuaje use his speed, maybe steal a bag. Travis Jankowski hitting in the 9th spot. He's on deck. Pops him up left side. Nunez giving ground to Adrianza, and in fair territory he makes the catch for the out. We go extra innings, tied at 6 at Petco. 6-1 with 2 stranded by the Padres. Of the 6 hits, 3 home runs as they come back from a 6-0 deficit to tie it up. Extra innings, the Padres are 6-5, but 5-2 here. Giants have had more chances extra innings. They're 10-7.
Well, Kevin Quackenbush's 57th game. You see the 7 wins. That's a career high for Kevin. Chance to chalk up another one here possibly.
Big changes in the infield for the Padres. Schimpf now at third. Rosales moves to second. Amarista at first base. And Kevin Quackenbush to work to the bottom 3 of the Giants order. Pagan, Adrianza, and Tomlinson. He's hitting in the pitcher's spot. Pagan, a couple of hits tonight and 4 at bats. Amarista at second base. Schimpf stays in the game at third with Rosales moving from third to short. In there, 1-2. .55-footer. Angels beat Houston again tonight. That takes a bite out of the Astros' hopes for a wild card. Inside. And a full count now to Pagan.
Well, you're guessing he's going to challenge him with a fastball.
And he does, and a solid single up the middle. Renfroe cuts it off. Pagan's 3rd hit of the night to lead off the 10th.
He wanted it down and away. It's a 4-seamer and it leaks, catches too much of the plate, about belt buckle high as well. Well, great timing on Pagan's part. He was looking for the fastball and he got it.
Adrianza, the switch hitting shortstop, is 0 for 4. And Pagan has a steal tonight, so they'll keep an eye on him, his 14th. Adrianza might get the bunt side. He's not squared around, however, as yet. There it is. A good bunt. Myers will make the tag for the first out, but that puts Pagan in scoring position with only 1 out.
Okay, now Kevin's got some work to do. Been in jams before. Keep that runner out there.
Tomlinson, a .292 hitter, only 96 at bats. Very successful against left-handed pitching. Breaking ball high.
Hey, look at Will Myers over at first base. From Elgin, Oklahoma.
How about that?
2014, the first stoplight? Well, hopefully Quackenbush gives him the stoplight right here. Stop sign. Send it back to the dugout. Will Myers at first base, way off the line.
Runners in scoring position this year. Tomlinson is 9 for 22, a 409 clip. Swing after the ball seemed to be in the glove of Derek Norris.
Oh, wow. You ain't kidding, Dick. Wow.
There's a base hit. He delivers again. Up with it is Renfroe. The hold. Then he bobbles it. And the throw into second base. And now everything's gone awry. Safe at second is Tomlinson. Oh, my. Giants take the lead 4-3 as Tomlinson delivers. With Renfroe's arm, they weren't going to send Pagan. And then the misplay in the outfield, and then the ball came flying around, and Tomlinson winds up at second base. So it's a single, no RBI, an error on Renfroe.
Yeah, the stop sign was put up by Roberto Kelly at third base. There's the bobble, and then actually Pagan looks back, and he goes on his own. But by that time, Renfroe just gets it into second base. He anticipates that Pagan is going to stay at third base. There he is. He stops and starts it up again. And just the perfect timing. As soon as Renfroe committed to throw to second base, he's off and running. Couldn't change his mind. Hunter Renfroe.
So we told you Tomlinson has been a 400 hitter. With men in scoring position, he delivers again. And the misplay in right field helps the Giants in front, 7-6. Bernard Span, 0 for 4 with a walk tonight. And he hits one deep to right field. It's in the Petco porch. A home run for Span. His 11th home run, and the Giants roll another 3. They've been on the tray all night. 3 in the first, 3 in the fourth, now 3 in the 10th.
Well, Span really turned on this one. I mean, if taken, that's a ball off the plate. 0-1 fastball. He spun on it and hit it to the shortest part of this ballpark, right at the corner of the Petco porch.
And the Giants so desperate for a victory. That brought his teammates to their feet in the dugout. 9-6 now as Boschi's team has a 3-run advantage. Brandon Belt the batter. One and one. Kevin Quackenbush gives up his 8th home run in 58 innings. For a relief pitcher, has a lot of decisions. He's 7-6, and he's would be the pitcher of record now tonight. Boy, you talk about a short home run for Span. How about 328 feet? It's 322 down the line. 2-2. He clips that one foul, and the count remains level at 2-2. Still only one out. Leadoff single by Pagan started it. The sacrifice Adrianza. Kelby Tomlinson hitting him the 9th spot. A single, then the error by Renfroe. The run scores, and then Span follows that with his 2-run shot into the Petco porch. That one clubbed high in the air to center field. Margot drifting and under it for the second out. Posey the batter. 1 for 5 tonight. Scored a run and knocked in a run with a fielder's choice. Swing and a foul tip. So if the Giants do win after giving up a 6-run lead, they then would be tied with the Mets at 82 and 73 for the 2 best records for the wild card, 1/2 game ahead of St. Louis. St. Louis has played 1 less game. They've got a game in hand, so that could come down to a 3-way tie all the way to the last couple of games. Another potential base hit. Amarista makes a great play. Takes a hit away from Posey. Another sterling defensive play tonight. When measured right, span just into the first row of the Petco porch. A 2-run homer, his 11th of the year, to complete a 3-run 10th inning against Kevin Quackenbush. Will Smith stays in. He'll work to Jankowski. Then the top of the order, Margot and Jay. It'll be Travis's first at bat tonight. He met as a pinch runner and scored the tying run on Margot's single back in the 7th. So it's Will Smith's game to win. Came in to get the final out. Asuaje in the 9th inning. Trying to bunt his way on. Strike 1. One and one. Way out in front of that breaking ball.
That's a good sweeping breaking ball, and just in case, Sergio Romo.
He got the save on Thursday night. Line drive, left field, base hit. Jankowski staying with it. Shoots that one the opposite field. Padres have the leadoff man on.
Well, that didn't take long, huh?
Chris Bochy wearing a path to the mound tonight. He's going to go to Sergio Romo. So a break in the action as Bochy goes to the bullpen. He leads 9-6. Giants went 3-0, 6-0. The Padres chipped away and tied it at 6 in the 7th inning, and now here in the 10th inning, the Giants with another 3-run frame and lead 9-6. But Travis Jankowski has singled, and that has forced Bruce Bochy to go to Sergio Romo, who has been up and down as the closer for the Giants. Back in that role and looked very effective. That slider the other night was as sharp breaker as we've seen from him.
And he's got great control with it also. And he only throws his fastball about 85 miles an hour. It's the breaking ball that's tough to hit.
Yeah, Margot hasn't seen a slider like this at El Paso. Has his first hit and an RBI to tie the game tonight at 6. That was back in the 7th inning. Fouls it back. Trying to get another man aboard, bring that tying run to the plate. Jay and Myers down the line.
Well, Sergio Romo has posted a 1.8 ERA in his past 22 relief appearances. It's over 15 innings. That's throwing some good quality strikes right there.
Could have been called a strike. That slider drops low. Margot safe on an error. Grounded twice to short. Actually 3 times the error was on the shortstop. And singled past the shortstop to drive in the tying run. And he's consistently hit the ball in almost the same spot. One and 2. Yeah, when they get off the bus, the Giants, you'd think there's an infielder, Romo. He doesn't have the typical big, tall, strong build. Boy, you can put a lot of spin on the ball, that slider. Gets the kid Margot on the slider. One away. Here's John Jay.
Boy, it's such a big sweeping slider. I mean, it's amazing also how Romo knows how to pinpoint. I mean, he'll leave one over the heart of the plate once in a while, but he's got that release point dialed in.
John Jay wearing the collar tonight. Struck out twice, flied out, and grounded out. Amarista hitting in his spot. And there's Johnny Cueto. Would have been pitching tomorrow, but has a side rib muscle injury. So Amarista bats for the first time. So Romo, he was their closer in 2012, 2013, 2014, and fell out of favor last year. And there's a base hit to right. Amarista delivers. Jankowski to second base. The Padres will bring the tying run to the plate here in the 10th. And Will Myers, the top home run hitter for the San Diego Padres, is the man. 0 for 4 tonight.
This was a two-seamer. Just catches too much of the plate. Padres playing station-to-station baseball here. Now you've got two guys coming up, Myers, Renfroe, with some pop in their bat. Pull up a chair.
Padres playing catch-up all night long. And managed to rally from 6-0. Myers grounds it to Nunez to second for one, back to first, a double play, ball game over. Oh my, what a game. And the Giants prevail in 10. Giants 9, Padres 6. Here's Mike Pomerantz.
Dick, thanks very much. When the gang and I see on Padres Live, the post-game show, we'll talk about it being a night of firsts as the young Padres made it interesting, just not enough in the very end. A lot to get to. Join us in moments on Padres Live, the post-game show.